Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody. We are back for Top Cut, Day 2, Pocket Mads, number 14. I'm joined today with our special guest, Mana of Steel. You guys might have heard about him. Mana, how's it going, dude? How you doing today?
Well, it's going well. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play this week. Well, I don't get to play most weeks, but I had a Sunday clear to join you with this. I heard you had to do it solo yesterday.
I'm glad you were able to join me. Yesterday was something. I mean, we made it. We made it through the day, but I tell you what, by like hour 5, I think my brain was starting to melt from yapping. I was talking to you, and I, the reality of the situation. Talking to yourself for 6 hours, it gets a little strange there. Anywho, I'm glad you could join me today.
The delay and all. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Speaking of which, yeah, you're right. We do have a 10-minute delay going today. We are a couple minutes behind even, so either way, we'll be all right. We'll get right into it here in just a minute or two. I think the matches should start up here on time, so we'll have to jump right into them. You had somebody lined up, I think, for the first round, right?
Yes, I'm looking now through the Discord, like the people sharing the streams. If I could find the username of either player that's in this matchup, there's an Arceus Carnivine deck that as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I need to watch that. Because that's my favorite deck from I don't know how many formats ago.
Let's see. What's the player's name? Let's look him up real quick.
S Crusher is the one on Arceus Mag, and then RCC Bosington is a Blaziken player. That's the matchup. So either one of those.
Have the pairings gone out yet? I don't think the pairings have actually officially gone out. Do we have the brackets? Oh no, we have the brackets.
There
is a bracket. You're right. Okay, let's see if we can find S Crusher in the bracket. Give me a sec here. I'm gonna actually, for those of you watching at home, I'll pull up the brackets, and I guess Mena, if you want to follow along with me, I'm gonna look at the under the standings, Top Cut Day 2, and then under the bracket is what I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
Sec.
I found them. Okay, my method of subtraction or whatever worked out. Yeah, so it is S Crusher against Bosington.
It is. Okay, perfect. You actually pulled up the match here as far as the placement goes. That's funny. Okay, so we do have S Crusher versus Bosington. Let's take a look here. S Crusher, like you said, he's running this Arceus Magnazone deck. We didn't get a chance to see this yesterday. Arceus Carnivine Magnazone. Interesting. What are they running? Energy? Just grass energy?
It's just grass. It's just grass. Magnazone charges itself. Arceus is obviously colorless, and you just let it ride. They went against 3 Suicune Greninjas, and they went 2-1 against that. And that's I lied. 1-2 against that. So we'll see how it does in Top Cut. It dodged the Suicune so far. Suicune feels like
you're right.
It's the deck to beat today.
Yeah, it totally is. It came back this week in full force. That's for sure. I think last week a lot of these Suicune Greninja players were wanting to experiment with the Megas, and now they're like, well, no, let's go back to old reliable here.
Yeah. Which I was surprised because I actually played last week, and I told everybody like, the prize has never been bigger. There's gonna be so many people on Suicune Greninja is the best deck, and I was just a week late. Is what happened.
I thought the same thing. Last week too, but yeah, surprising that I guess. Well, what took it last week? It was indeed Mega Altaria. Yeah. A lot of Magnazone players having luck this week too, though. I don't know if it's maybe just type advantage. The problem is with Suicune Greninja is there's just really not even a good counter to it at all. Speaking of which, let's see. I think the round may have even started. Let's see if we can hop into one of these players' games here. Wonder if they're maybe going.
I'm seeing Crusher in the create the stream.
You are seeing them?
Yeah, they haven't created the POV, if that makes sense. I don't know how it goes. I see their name here. It's not under POV yet. I don't know if they're going through that. I don't know how that works.
I see what you mean. Yeah, they are on the create stream, but they aren't necessarily.
Let me see if their opponent.
We got a bunch of people hopping in to create stream here. We'll give it a sec. I wonder why they're not being funneled out into their channels. I think once you hit create stream VC, it should just give you one of your own individual channels. Well, hopefully we can catch one of these players. I'd really like to be able to watch this game.
There's some decent ones. It's just a lot of the other decks that I saw that were caught my eye were going against Suicune Greninja. So I was like, this is like the one that was Suicune Greninja, wasn't Suicune Greninja, and had a deck that I was like, oh, I need to see this.
I totally agree. This was like probably one of the most interesting matchups for this first top 28 here, or 128, excuse me. Bosington, is Bosington in Discord at all? I'm not seeing him.
I haven't seen him yet either.
We'll give it just a sec here. Maybe. Well, all these players that are sitting in Create VC, only Nabrix is the only one to start streaming yet. We're gonna have to get into a game here, so let's see if we can maybe find somebody else even just for the time being.
Jake, if you have Jake Craggle, they're on Krangle. My bad. They're on Venusaur. That's interesting as well.
Yeah, let's do that. Do you see them? Are they in Discord? Scrolling on the list here.
I saw it earlier. Yeah, they're on Discord. They're on Discord.
What was it again? Jay Krangle? Oh, I got him. Okay, yeah. Perfect. I'll meet you in that room.
All right.
Perfect. All right, let's pull it up here. I'm wondering if he started yet. Looks like he may have just started.
Yeah.
Just started. Okay, perfect. Let's get into the game here.
Yeah, it literally just started because I think he's going second from what it seems. Unless, let me see. Yeah, because there's no way he just holds research in him. Let me pull up his list since we're not on.
All right. Yeah, it looks like they are just starting. We got the Bulbasaur in the active, Suicune in the active for his opponent. Who's he up against? Chain? Is that their name?
Yeah, Chain, which is also, yeah, Suicune Greninja. Krangle is playing. Is this the list? I guess what has become the standard list for Venusaur, at least for the time being, with the one Chingling, which does help in this matchup if they were to set up. Actually, now that I look at it, Chain went Pokeball, didn't put anything down. Wonder what that was about.
Yeah, I've been wondering like how Mega Venusaur, like what the optimal setup is. It's kind of unfortunate that you got to run the one Chingling, and it's like you've got to hit that 1 in 20 chance or whatever it is to draw it at the start.
Yeah, and then it could also be a 120 chance you just lose if that's all you see. So it's weird.
That's true too. And if you only get the Chingling, that's true too. All right, give me a sec, guys. I'll get the deck list loaded up on the screen for us. In the meantime, I guess what are we looking at here? It looks like Chain got the board loaded up. We've got the Froakie on the bench.
From what I'm seeing, what the Suicune player did was play around Sabrina to the best of his ability. Like they put Suicune lead, but they kept everything in hand because Venusaur's not playing any hand disruption. He is playing Copycat though, but at this point he didn't play around that. He chose to okay, so that makes sense. Okay, at first I was like, wait, why did they just Pokeball and do nothing? It's because there's no red card or nothing on the Venusaur side. As well, for Chain, I don't know if the list is up yet, but he's playing your double non-EX Greninja, one Greninja EX. The Froggedier's in there as well to counter Chinglings, double Cyrus, and one Cape. So the Froggedier's become also, well, I don't want to call it standard, but much more common now with how much Chingling like cooks the matchups. Like,
yeah. I've noticed that this week too. A lot of people they did come prepared for Chingling by bringing that middle evolution, even with the Zweilises as well.
True. Actually, I didn't look too much into the Hydreigon list, but it makes sense as well. All right, so currently it's the Suicune player's turn. For a second, I lost track of what was going on. Okay, yeah. So he is in position to just go Venusaur next turn, which is okay. Which Greninja is he gonna drop?
Is there any chance? There's no chance he's able to do the full 100 damage here, right?
No, at max he was stuck at 80 max.
See, and that's the problem I think with this Venusaur deck as well. It's like, yes, your Ivysaur can get you to that 4 energy very easily, but then you're also kind of vulnerable in that following turn where you're just sitting there with 100 HP. I guess maybe if you put the cape on, you're up to what, 130? Does it bump you up to?
Yeah, but now the list aren't playing cape. They're opted for helmet, so in order to get Pokemon into range of like the 120 from Venusaur. But what happens is, like, in this case, it worked out, right? But had his opponent gone for Greninja EX or found the Greninja EX...
Exactly.
They get to knock it out. Well, it also matters of who's going first and second and all that, but Greninja EX counters their strategy basically.
You're right though. Now we look at the board here, and that helmet was able to do the perfect amount of damage to knock out this Suicune. So now this Venusaur is sitting in an optimal spot right here. Like I don't know if Chain's going to be able to recover from this.
I'll say more than optimal. Yeah, that's DDs for game 1. Yeah. Trust, like, Venusaur's best matchup has to be Suicune, especially if they're not on double Greninja EX.
Awesome. Well, that's cool. I'm kind of glad we dipped into this match. This ended up being kind of interesting. Jay Krangle taking that first round fairly easily. Kind of surprising there. Like you were just saying, that helmet being the more optimal choice over something like the cape. You would think you'd want the cape just for survivability, but
yeah,
that worked out.
It's a meta call for sure, because like in the world right now where there's so much Suicune, you definitely want that Suicune with only one Greninja EX. You want that the Rocky helmet. If too many people are on Greninja EX, or there's too much Altaria, there's too many things that swing early, like low punny and stuff like that, then you want to invest on that more HP. But as of right now, due to the meta, you definitely go helmet.
All right, so they're going second. I didn't really pay attention last time. I was still loading up the decks. I didn't see who went first, who went second. And I don't know.
I think it was the same.
Same thing. So probably then, ideally, you want to go second with this deck.
Going second, at least in this matchup, because it stops them from doing the Greninja play I just told you about, where they turn 2, they just knock out the Ivysaur before you get to do anything.
Yeah.
So as of right now, even if they had the Greninja EX, the most they could do is put 1 energy on it. You go into... Actually, no, they could still... Yeah. Whether you're going first or second, if they find Greninja EX, you're in trouble as the Venusaur player.
Yeah, really. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think you're in trouble.
What helps them out is the fact that most people are only on 1. You see, like right now, the energy one on Suicune, he's fine.
Yep. So yeah, exactly. We didn't have the drop, and we had to drop the energy on Suicune. So I think you're right. We're okay at this point. Are they stuck in going into the same trap here? I suppose either they heal or they die.
And they might just... we don't have his POV currently, like as we're looking at it, but he might have just bricked because no bench or nothing. Obviously, there's part where it's like playing around Sabrina, but to what extent, right?
No bench at this point is definitely rough. And this huge copycat definitely isn't helping either. All right.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, Jay Krangle getting everything he needs and more.
Maybe too soon, honestly.
It could
like
be.
Now he can't evolve this exact turn yet. So like if he Marses now, there's a chance where he doesn't find the Venusaur, and then Chain has a chance to go back in. And you wouldn't have Mars the hand before that. And he's not gonna go from 8 cards to like 2 in this next turn either.
That is true. I think it was just there it is. Oh no, the caster curse. Man, I'm careful. Your words have power around here.
I won't be cursing everybody. If you watch my streams at all, he found it. Good for him. I feel less bad. But if you watch my streams at all, I'm cursing myself most of the time, because I be listing every possibility that could happen or might happen, or like I list everything that would cause me to lose, everything that caused me to win. Like, so something's gonna hit at some point.
Oh, totally. You know what it is? I think somebody's watching. There's got to be like some dev out there watching that just has like the type up command ready. They're like, oh, you want this to happen? Enter the command.
Literally, on command the Mars dropped, but.
Yeah, commanded the Mars drop. So we got, I guess, going back to the game here, we do have that quick grow extract for the following turn. So we are going to see this active Suicune get knocked out. They can't heal, I suppose, at this point. So
yeah, because they Mars, so there's no
Irida.
There's no Irida. They didn't find Indeedee, and then even if they did find Indeedee, then they wouldn't be able to attack because of the Rocky helmet. But yeah, so this Suicune's done. And they have no energy, no follow-up. It's looking rough for Suicune here.
And then I was just about to say, they put the energy on
the active. We are
rooting
for Venusaur, like, in terms of, like, just for the sake of the tournament, right? Because we'll see enough Suicune elsewhere. Sorry for Chain, though. Like,
dude, I brought this up last week. I actually made a little, like, short on it, where I was saying, I went over the statistics for the starter Pokemon. Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. And nobody, I think we had 1 or maybe 2 Charizard players make it into Top Cut, no Venusaur and no Blastoise. There was 2 Blastoise players in the entire 1,200 people that were playing.
That's crazy.
2 Blastoise. Yeah, shout out to the 2 Blastoise players. Exactly.
Yeah, no, but I gotta imagine that Venusaur's performance rate has to be much higher than Charizard at this point. Like,
oh,
so,
this
like
is looking great. Especially, yeah, like you, well, how we just saw, this completely manhandled this Suicune deck.
Yeah. And if we look at his matchups, if I could find it, hold up, 2 seconds on that one.
Which kind of crazy, yeah. I was looking at his matches earlier. It looks like he has lost, like he's played 3 Suicune Greninjas. He's lost 2 of the 3 matches. But this one again looks like we're gonna have no problem.
Wait, no, that was the Arceus player that we were trying to see first.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Krangle,
okay.
What was crazy about Krangle is that he topped and he only faced 1 Suicune Greninja the entire day. So it's not like, oh, this just feeds off of the best deck. He beat Hydreigons, which obviously is it's also a good the typing. Like if they don't find Hydreigon fast, you could obviously win that as well. Especially Tingling helps there. They beat an Altaria Greninja. Tingling helps there. Although if they find Altaria quick, you also get cooked. So they did well. They didn't have to just feed off of their best matchup. So congrats to them, and they're jumping to the top 64 now.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on Jay Krangle for sure. Again, shout out to Venusaur here, kind of putting in work against these Suicune decks. I'm loving that. All right, let's hop into another game here. I think we should have somebody.
If Ting is still going, there's a Turtonator Charizard.
Ting?
Ting, and there's a bunch of numbers after it. I don't know.
Okay.
He is there.
Oh, he's right below us. Yeah, let's hop down there. Okay, let's see if we can pop this out. Looks like the game is still going.
Yeah, not sure what... Actually, I could check what game they're on by the actual bracket stuff. Let me see. By the pairings. We don't seem to have in-game audio for this one, but you'll just have to... Okay, so he's down the game, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, if you're going for the Charizard, I guess.
Opponent is up a game then, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is Aurora Geyser. I'm bad with pronunciation, so I'm gonna be butchering that all day. Whether it's a Pokemon,
that's all
whether
right.
It's a player.
Try your best.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Give me a sec here. I'll try to pull up the deck list now. What was that, Mana? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that he has a Turtonator set up with 2 energy in range to knock out this this Absol next turn. So let's see. He might just take it. Well, he has to get out of the way. His opponent, that is. Let's see, there's a Charmander in the bench. He's in a good spot for game 2 at least. I don't know what happened in game 1, so I don't know if maybe he went second. He missed a few cards. We'll see. Hopefully there's a game 3, so we see this matchup as in a full, basically. Yeah,
I'd like to see a game 3 out of it. I just like game 3s in general. It just makes the whole setup a little more interesting. The fact that, you know, nobody just got steamrolled. I will say though, that Venusaur deck last game, I'm kind of glad that happened. I love seeing that.
No, and it showcases the power that Venusaur, that it does have a place in the meta, as niche as it is, because it's literally just like, oh, it really does really well against this like one deck. Although again, the typing does help against all the dark decks, whether like your opponent gets stuck with a dark right in the front, Absol gets cooked by, like, there's some good matchups for Venusaur out there.
Totally.
So it's good to see the guy cooking.
Yeah, again, with Suicune taking up 20% of the meta, or almost 20% of the meta this week, I'm hoping it just is consistently good against Suicune. That looked, again, I don't really know what you would have done differently. Maybe put an energy on the bench and just delayed the inevitable, it seemed like...
Yeah, like put it on Froakie and try to find Greninja EX, but if Venusaur becomes a problem, which is hard to imagine, I'll be honest, like... If you really want to counter, as a Suicune player, you want to counter Venusaur, you just play double Greninja EX, and you just like hard go for that.
Yeah.
And try to knock it out before it goes into Venusaur. Once it's a Venusaur, you're in danger. Like it's tough from there.
You're right. Yeah.
Let's see here. Have you been able to pull up their list yet, or?
Just finishing pulling up Geyser's list right now. Should be on the screen for everybody.
I was going to ask, but I found it here. Which Magnemites is he on? He's on the ones that do 90 damage, so he can't take out this Turtonator in one hit. That's what I wanted to see. Because the Chingling did put it in range of the other Magnazone, but he's not playing it, so...
That is good.
Never mind. The Dark Rat. The Dark
I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people have been running the classic Magnazone, the one that does 110 damage, as opposed to this 90 damage one. But
it's usually when they're not on the Dark... The Dark Rat version is very consistently playing this one, I feel. because of the damage is missing is just supplemented by the Darkrai.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
As we just saw right now.
Exactly. We just saw with the Darkrai right there, able to hit that 110 damage, knock out the Turtonator. I guess we're still stalling here. We're gonna put in the other Turtonator here. But
this one will survive though.
Yeah, I was just about to say this one's gonna survive, sitting at a full 120 health. So the 110 damage, not gonna be able to knock it out. We're not able to find. Question is now, do you go with the Kiaiwe or do you go Professor here? Probably Professor, right? I'm guessing you just want to find the Charizard.
The Charizard players on no copies of Sabrina Cyrus or none of that. So that Absol, as weak as it is in no danger of getting knocked out. So
yeah, and that's you're kind of right there with Charizard. I've noticed a lot of players just you don't really have the bench space or the deck space, if anything. But a lot of players kind of forego putting in a Sabrina or a Cyrus, so you're just like at the mercy of having to stampede through everything.
Yeah, while Charizard stampedes himself, so it's kind of
exactly.
I see how Turtonator helps with that, but in this case, we see the issue where he got early damage on that Absol, and now he has no way of bringing it back out, and he's kind of like locked up. Right? Like I don't know. Let's see what else there is on the. Okay, so Magnazone's not playing any form of cape or helmet or anything, but so this Turtonator will buy him a turn if we're looking at like the bright side, I guess. Crazy, that Chingling 10 damage went a long way.
Yeah.
Changing the... Let's see here.
Pocketman said earlier in the season that Chingling is... I think he says it's the best Pokemon currently in the game. And I don't know. Sometimes I agree with him. Where it's like, the power that card holds is insane sometimes.
It's...
Oh, are you there?
I would put it higher than Ori.
Oh, sorry, you cut out for just a sec. Sorry, you cut out for just a sec.
Oh.
You said something higher than Oricorio, is that what you're saying? Is where you place it?
Its impact in the game is higher than Oricorio, in my opinion. Like, obviously, Oricorio forces you to put answers to it. Like, you have to play cards like Turtonator or Torkoal in, like, a random Charizard deck. So, like, Oricorio's its existence affects decks, but Chingling, like, just straight up... I don't know, it's crazy because it affects everything. Like even if it's a matchup that's not on rare candy, if you can't Pokeball, that's a nightmare. Like you're stuck with whatever you led your game with.
Yep.
There's workarounds now. Like the Lycia, you could technically search your Megas with Serena. Like there's different ways of getting around it, but it's just a strong card.
Yeah, it can even just the 10 damage and shutting down the items, even if you're not using that rare candy. I agree. The power it holds sometimes can just win games. It's almost like those early red card games back in the day where like red card was able to just win games sometimes. It still can. And same with Mars. It's the same thing with both those cards where like if a well-played Mars or red card sometimes can just shut your opponent down from playing anything. And that's sometimes all it takes to win the game. Speaking of the game, we're going to see a copycat go out. We do see Charizard finally built up on the bench. Double Flame Patch. I think that's probably what he was going for. Maybe? I don't know. What do you...
He can't get out. Torkoal can't get out of the way. He's going to knock it out with Darkrai. And then gets the hit. He gets a free hit in with the Magnazone.
I think this play makes sense. Really not a whole lot else you can do here. The downside is, like you were just saying, Darkrai is going to be able to get the chip kill on this Turtonator, and then it's free picking for Magnazone. And
there's a Sabrina in the opponent's deck that could just snipe the Charmander in the bench as well.
You said Geyser was up a game already? Do I have the...
Yeah, this could be just 2-0.
Okay. Well, you'd hate to see this. I'd like to see Charizard go on to the next round.
And there it is, unfortunately.
There it is. That's game.
And from what I saw, at least that might be the only Charizard that was in Top Cut. I was gonna look up the metagame for Top Cut, and then I got distracted by gameplay, which is like the point of what we're doing. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's all right.
Top Cut Day 2. It was in fact the only Charizard, and it's unfortunately
out of the runnings now.
Yeah, a tough matchup. Given the.
Well, that's kind of cool that we still see Venusaur, though, moving on to top 64.
Yeah, no, and there's another Venusaur Venusaur that got the bye as well. There's 2 Venusaurs in Top Cut. Yeah.
We can take a look. Who was the other Venusaur? Is it Flanarix? Flanarix? Is that who we watched already, or is that a different Venusaur?
That's a different. We saw Krangle. So,
yeah, we saw Krangle.
The other guy must have been. Is he playing though? Okay, that's right. They can just keep going. I forget that.
They may end up holding some rounds here once we start getting into it. But for the start here, they're probably going to just keep rolling the rounds out till they get kind of up to like top 32, top 16.
So it's possible that they're already playing.
Let's take a look on the side
again. Kaitsu's in top 64 right now, playing against, but he's playing Decidueye. So there's a Decidueye on top of it as well.
I think I might have found that Venusaur deck if you want to check that out.
What's the name?
Flanier. It's way down there, right below Thomas. Between Thomas and Crasher QT. Or Crash QTR.
Oh, I see him.
Okay, perfect. We'll hop in. I don't know. I just kind of guessed here to see if they were actually in a game. Doesn't look like they are. So maybe we go with Kaitsu? Did you say Kaitsu was actually in a game?
Not that they were in the game, just that they were in the Decidueye and that I'm tripping up. They won their top 128 and their top 64. Let me see.
Okay.
If we want to go back to top 128, Nabrix is definitely in game.
All right, let's do that.
They go against they actually play the winner. Flanier goes against the winner of Nabrix and Elegant.
Who does?
So we could.
Oh, Flanier does?
Yeah, the Venusaur player.
Okay, let's go watch Nabrix then. That'll work perfect. I'm gonna pull up Nabrix just on his Twitch channel, but it looks like he's also in the Discord.
Yeah, he's under he's under one of those no names one, he doesn't have his POV, but his live is going.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't filter him out into a channel there. All right, I think we got him going here. Gameplay on the screen. I'm gonna load up the deck list here. Sorry, I gotta mute Nabrix. Sorry, Nabrix, gotta get muted. All right. Oops.
All right, my
hey,
bad.
sorry about that. For whatever reason, it kicked me into a channel. I couldn't join you, so. No, I was gonna say I was just watching Nabrix on his Twitch, so.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I can't get into his Discord channel up there without it kicking me into my own. I think there might have been some hiccup on the Discord, like the automatic channel distribution on the Discord there, and that's why we have like a handful of players up there. But again, I tried to join it and it kept kicking me into my own channel, so I couldn't join it. I was trying to drag you down into my channel. Either way, let's lock into the game here. I wonder, does Nabrix maybe? No, I guess they're both sitting at no prize points here.
Yeah, no prizes.
Do you happen to know what the is anybody up a game yet?
It's 1-1. It's 1-1.
1-1? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Give me a sec here, guys. I'll get the deck
so there's
list
Venusaur to go against a Suicune as well.
For the next round, then, no matter what.
Yeah, they get to. Well, it's a different Venusaur player, but they get the the matchup they're aiming for. I guess I could go ahead and let's commentate the game. I was like, I'll start getting ahead of myself. Okay, so Nabrix just got 2 points. My bad. Elegant just got 2 points by knocking out Nabrix's Suicune, lead Suicune. What's the setup though? Nabrix seems to be in a commanding position because he's about to return the favor on the knockout, and there's no follow-up damage from.
Yeah,
no offense on Elegant's side.
Yeah, there's no energy built up, and Nabrix is going to get his second rare candy built up here. See what he chooses to go with.
If this is another, it's Greninja EX. If it was another one of the Nani EX, he could have just double pinged the lead Suicune and swung over whatever came out from the bench, but still commanding position. Yeah, it sucks that we kind of jumped in so late into the game because I wonder how rough the start for Elegant had to have been. for Navrix to not only have two energies like ahead of him, but also be like, yeah, he's, I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there.
Seems crazy. Like something bad had to have happened.
There had to be a retreat, maybe. Maybe they started. I guess we do see some damage on that Indeedee, so they probably started with an Indeedee and had to force retreat.
Unfortunate for game 3 for them, but
I think I'm gonna say I'm about to get the deck list loaded up, but it might be too little, too late here.
From what
I don't remember who was who.
They're identical list.
Are they actually identical?
Yeah, I'm like cross-referencing because Navrix, since from my point of view, since I'm watching Navrix stream directly, he has both lists and they're card for card the same.
Okay. From
the double Nani X to the Frogadier, from the old Frogadier. I'm glad people are using that one again. The one that swings for just 1 energy 30. Yeah. I never really understood the 2 energy 40. I'm aware that it's a better card like in most scenarios, but there were so many situations, especially if you didn't have energy advantage, where they would go Chingling, and just because you're playing the wrong Frogadier, you couldn't knock it out, and it was like a whole tempo issue.
A nightmare for an extra turn at least. Yeah, I agree. That Frogadier does. It is kind of nice for when you're stuck going Froakie first, and you're stuck in the active there, and you at least have a way to deal with the baby by doing that 30 damage that following turn. Looking at the game here, even if Elegant is able to Cyrus in something from the bench, I don't know if it's going to matter. I think it's going to be, again, too little, too late. I couldn't see Navrix's hand. I don't know if he has a potential Cyrus in hand or not.
He doesn't really need it because he's able to Greninja Ping swing for
140 anyways, right? Yeah, that's game.
Yeah, his opponent would have needed a cape at best. And that would be including no Cyruses or anything, but yeah.
You're right. And there is the Cyrus. Cyrus
showing the Cyrus anyways. I guess he just wanted to use the Cyrus because realistically, he had game regardless, but it's all good.
Yeah. Congrats to Navrix. Moving on to top 64, I believe it is.
Against Venusaur. Yep.
Yeah, against the Venusaur player. Ooh, so I guess we just stay. I don't know. Now the question is, do we stay here? Or do we go to the Venusaur player? We might have to go to the Venusaur player.
Yeah, so that we could see it like.
That's what I'm saying.
How your POV, but yeah, the fact that we could see it through the Discord is probably smoother.
Okay, you want to do that then?
Yeah.
Let's see. Where was it? It was Jay Crusher, right?
Well.
Or Jay Krangle.
Yes,
Jay Krangle.
No. Jay Krangle is one of the Venusaur players, but the one he's going against is Flanier.
Oh,
the one that had the buy.
Okay,
we haven't seen it.
I wonder if that's
they might take some time to start off. Yeah, he had the buy, so he didn't have to play until now that he's facing Navrix. So they have to set that up. Maybe we could jump to a different game in the meantime.
That's probably a great idea because it's probably going to take just a sec to get started up.
Yeah, there's one game going on. Let me see, because Kaitu's down a game against Suicune.
Yeah, if we could maybe hop into a game that's like almost done. That way we catch like the tail end of it and can hop right back into this.
Let's see if there's any 128 still going.
Z Verum or
I'm down for a room. That's my boy.
Okay, let's do it. Is he in Discord anywhere?
If not, he's one of those that's also streaming live on.
Is he on Twitch?
So
okay, let's go check out his Twitch then if he's on Twitch. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, Z Verum.
Z Verum, is that how you pronounce it? Verum?
I think because since he says it in Spanish, it's different. It says Verum, but like
all right, I'm probably pronouncing it extra cringe.
I don't think you can mispronounce it. I don't think it's like a word. It could be. I don't even know.
All right. I think you're right though. We are getting possibly the tail end of this game here. Let's pull it up.
Yeah, I'll hold up. Let's see. I'm gonna keep an eye on Navrix's stream on the side, so that once they start, we could jump over.
Meantime, I got the Z-Verum game on the
screen. He won a tournament earlier this week with this exact list that he's playing today.
Verum did?
Yeah.
Really?
Not sure which one, because there were so many like, for over the holidays. There's streams tournaments going on all day, from all things, but. It was a decent sized one from what I recall.
I know I've seen Verum all over the place. He's definitely a good player.
He finished in like the top 50 last season.
Did he?
Like
For ranked?
and like it was for ranked, yeah. And it was like smooth. Like he had it like locked in, maybe like a few days in advance. Like he didn't have to grind
Dang.
like what we know to do. Although he did his grind early, which is I don't know.
That's smart.
It's a whole different concept from I guess from tournament play. Like if you've never done the rank, wait, I don't. His opponent. Oh no, his opponent didn't break. His opponent had the Greninja EX, so he's able to not put a bench, forcing the Suicune. Yeah, actually, it looks rough for Room in this current situation.
And it's 1-1 here, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'll double check, but
Pretty sure it was.
He had the. All right, Nabrik started though. If you want to jump over.
Did he? All right. Yeah, let's maybe hop into that. I think you're right. This game might be. Actually, no. Does Verum have it here? Verum's got it.
He does. He found the second Greninja. Yeah, he found the second Greninja. Verum got it. So that's.
Congrats to Verum.
My boy got it. Game 3. He crushed up. All right, let's jump over to Fenrir.
Let's see. One sec, chat. I'll load up. We're loading up Navrix's gameplay now. Maybe. Why isn't it going? There it is. Let's see. Are you still in the room with me here? Oh, no, wait. Where did he go? There he is. My bad. I didn't realize he hopped the room yet. Let's see. Let me switch the POVs here. I had Navrix pulled up, but we'll pull up Flaneur instead, guys.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. That's what I told you we were going to do, and I was the one who went off task there. All right, let's see. I swapped so for chat, I swapped the displays. We're now watching the Venusaur. But again, we are watching same game, I guess. It's Navrix versus Flaneur. Flaneur playing the Mega Venusaur deck. So let's see if
he's on heavy helmet. So this list is different. This list is different.
Yeah, a little different. You're right. He also
now he can't knock him out.
He can't now. Now he can't. What now?
He can't knock him out because
yeah, that's smart. But will the damage difference make a difference? I suppose.
Because he's maxed out at 80. It still becomes he needs to find Greninja EX, but this time he survives Greninja. Like let's say there was a Greninja EX in play, the most he would take in damage is 80. So the heavy helmet does go a long way in solving the problems we were talking about earlier, and sort of like it does better than the Leaf Cape in the long run. Because let's say if you take 2 hits and stuff, okay, but opponents. Okay, let me see. Let's just play it out, I guess. Let's see here.
All right.
And our opponent does have a Venusaur EX. It's not as shiny as Krangle's, but it does the same.
It works, yeah.
He's also on the Bulbasaur from GA. Why would that be? Hold up.
Wait a sec. Hold on. Let me pull up the deck list here and take a look. All right, deck list on the screen. You're right. Bulbasaur from GA. Why are we doing that?
More HP maybe? I don't know what the ranges are though.
We did see last game though that 20 damage kind of came in clutch from being able to attack that first turn.
Yeah, especially without Rocky Helmet in the deck, but
yeah.
We'll see, I guess.
All right, poison damage ticking. They are asleep. Whiffing the coin flip. I mean, you whiff the coin flip, you're in trouble no matter what.
But he has the Greninja EX to get around the sleep part at least.
That is true, I guess.
It does delay. It delays further setup, right? Like if he wants to swing again with the Suicune, which he probably won't anyways, he has to throw away a turn of like energy, which clearly all he's gonna do here is either back out into Indeed he would go down. We'll see how
I totally spaced right there. I forgot that. You're absolutely right. The Greninja can free retreat, which does remove both the poison and sleep. But that does
Greninja EX is a hard counter.
Yeah, it does force them to attack with that Greninja EX. Only doing 80 damage. Wait.
Yeah, no, now it's looking rough. It's looking rough for the Suicune player, especially with this.
Why'd they do that though?
Because they don't. I guess they're banking on going like Greninja EX. Like the Suicune is no longer gonna do enough damage for anything like worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. So they're
Because
just
at
gonna
most it's
try
gonna be
to.
hitting for 40. So they're gonna like let it go and try to, I guess, hammer it down between Greninja EX. Like had they swapped the Suicune, like I said, they either have to sacrifice the Indeedee or the Froakie, or they would have had to completely punt the energy for the turn and back into Suicune just to deal another 40. Like, yeah, it's just a tough spot to, like, regardless of like what you're choosing, it's like pick your poison. You're
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
danger.
and I gotta remember too. This is Nabrix playing on the other end here, so if he knows what he's doing, I should say.
Yeah. Now the plan is decently simple, which is it depends on whether he has the other Greninja or not, right? He's gonna be swinging for 80. Hopefully, he's gonna aim to do more than that. This Mars is good because it gets rid of the Lily in his hand.
Yep, I was just gonna say that.
Oh, that's game.
That's kind of big.
No, that's big. It's not game, but it is big. Actually, no, because he only has one Sabrina, and we're playing with Greninja EX. Never mind. We'll see. Because like right here, he does 80, and he dropped the Lily. That's so gross. That hurts.
That's
that hurts. Because
crazy.
now Sabrina matters.
Yeah.
Now Sabrina matters because the only way Nabrix survives next turn is by backing out into that Suicune.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Sabrina just brings out a line of Pokemon that lose automatically.
And that's if he can. He can't retreat this time. Oh, that's game, right?
No, it goes back to that. The Greninja could get itself out of the way.
You can still.
Suicune.
So I guess I wasn't sure. Can you still use the shifting stream or whatever it's called, the Greninja EX
Whether
move
you're
while he's asleep?
Abilities for some reason do not care about any of that.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, and this is game 1 though, so there's still, but this list even more so feels like it's prepared to cook any form of Greninja. Like what I said earlier about if you just build up Greninja EX, you're good. Not if they have heavy helmet. Yeah.
You're only hitting for, what, 80 damage, I guess, a turn.
80 max, because max would be if you get Greninja EX out, and it's just not enough.
And then for Suicune, the max you're hitting for is, what, 40 damage, I guess? 40
damage.
You're not putting anything else on the bench.
Yeah, you would need Greninjas to start, like, dealing damage, but if you're dealing damage with the non-EX Greninja, that means one less Greninja EX slot. Like, it's rough. Your only way of doing it is some God Hand where you have Greninja EX and the non-Greninja, but that's like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, see here, I'm assuming Nabrix has to be realizing that his only way of surviving this next turn, surviving the turn, not even like winning the game, surviving, is doing this to back out, and it's pretty hopeless, unfortunately.
Yeah,
plus we have the added
Irida.
information that we know he has Sabrina, right? Like, so it really doesn't matter here.
You're kind of right. The Sabrina, it's game over.
Yeah, everything in the bench is in range. That's why I said the Sabrina right now didn't matter, but it did matter later because once he hit that Greninja EX once, everything was going to be in line for. So
insane.
That's game 1.
Wow.
Though. Yeah. I would. This is the issue. Like, we can't talk to the player. It's kind of rough. I would love to know what ranges. Like, obviously, if I sit down here and go down the line of decks, maybe I could figure it out. But like, what matchups does this Bulbasaur? Like, does the extra 10 HP matter? Where you would sacrifice the extra, like the being able to swing earlier.
For that basic Bulbasaur, I'm curious too, why are we doing that? Maybe it works with Chingling somehow? I don't know. Like, if you start with Chingling and you're just desperation play, but that just seems terrible.
I guess if you start Chingling and you put an energy on the Bulbasaur, you're able to knock out an opponent's Chingling or something. The fact that it couldn't knock out an opponent's Chingling, but not even because you do it at the same rate as if you were swinging with just one energy.
That's what I was thinking too, right? You would just be doing the same thing with the 2 hits anyways. So, I don't know. Again, kind of a weird decision there. Maybe they just like that Bulbasaur more. Are they running the full art? Is that why? They're not even running the full art.
It was just a base Bulbasaur from. Yes, it's not even like the shiny Froakie.
Exactly.
Situation. Yeah. Interesting though. But again, it does make sense in some lines. Like, maybe they respect Chingling plus Indeedee, because then the other Bulbasaur doesn't matter there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
There's so many lines that I would have to literally look down the line or just ask them directly. That's why I wish I could just ask them, like, hey, yo, Flaneur, why is this?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
All right. So again, we're starting off with that 70 HP Genetic Apex Bulbasaur. The non-full art, no shiny, no nothing. But we've got the hand in line.
And they got the full
this
line.
looks like a decent start here, right?
And the heal. It's It's more than decent, really.
They are opting to put that Chingling in, which is kind of strange. I'm not sure where that's going to come into play, but let's find out.
I guess, well, Nabrix is set up for the Froakie, like to go straight into Greninja. So if he's able to just back out and stop the Greninja from coming out, if there's no Suicune, the Chingling is even better, I guess is the idea. It forces Nabrix to find the Frogadier.
We do see the Suicune come out.
Yeah. In the bench, though, so it's like... We'll see.
Probably gonna... I guess, what's the plan here? Do we dedicate the energy to... Either way, I think Nabrix is kind of in trouble here.
Realistically, though, not really. Like, if Nabrix goes here, energy on Froakie, swings at the Bulbasaur, the helmet doesn't work yet. Because the Bulbasaur's retreat cost isn't high enough. It's only Ivysaur onwards that it defends. So it puts him at 50. He evolves into Ivysaur, he'll be at 80. Thus, the Greninja EX is able to knock it out. So if he has Greninja EX, exactly.
I guess this is true, right? Or do we retreat and prevent all that from happening?
If I was Fenrir, I would probably retreat and stop the Greninja, because the Suicune won't be able to attack for some time now. Like,
ooh, he's going for it. He's going for it.
It's also putting on better habit, because let's say he passes, like the next turn comes and he does not have Greninja EX, then there's no.
Nabrix only running the one Greninja EX, so he has to find the candy and that EX.
But it would be game if he has it.
We have it.
Let's see.
Candy?
There's a candy. Is it EX?
Candy's dandy. Oh!
And we're going to game 3. Granted, anything like technically there's there's no way. And the frog. Oof.
There's no way we have this Chingling hang on and win the game here, right? Oh, that's insane.
No, that's exactly that's the importance of that swing early. There's nothing Fenrir could have done, to be honest. No. Outside of back out to Chingling.
Yeah, but even then, that kind of like, what do you do then? You're still in a rock and a hard spot. Oh, we do find the Bulbasaur. Could there be a way?
Like at most, I don't know what the outcome is. I think you maybe like slowly build up the.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You'd still then have to just manually build on the bench, which is not great.
But even then, there was a Frogadier, so it was kind of cooked to begin with. Like the Frogadier was there as well, so the Chingling would have held on too long.
Nabrix showcasing his luck right there, I suppose. We're talking to the two-time champ. Nabrix is the again, if you guys aren't familiar, Nabrix, the only two-time champ for Pocket Mads. Working on his 3-time champ right now.
It's looking like it's gonna get 3.
It might be, I'm thinking, huh? I don't know if there's any miracle play that could save this at this point.
This research would have to get to Ivysaur and the second helmet. Oh, for a second, I was like, well, I'm not
close. Yeah, I was gonna say. That's funny.
It would have to have been then Nabrix not have the non-EX Greninja. Like that would be the exact line. That would have not even one, just kept them alive.
What
the scoop.
What a game 2 there. Nabrix again showcasing his luck. Hit that one. He had one Greninja EX and he was able to hit it. So
yeah. Which shows the weakness side of the weaker side of Venusaur, as well as, even though it's in a good matchup, if you're able to cut it like before it goes off, it's like unfortunately a little too vulnerable on the build up.
Do you think Leaf Cape would make a difference? Yes, I suppose he would live.
In that situation specifically, yes. It's one of those like what makes Heavy Helmet so good is like in the long run, like every time that it takes out 20 is technically that much more HP that it added to your Venusaur or your Ivysaur. But in situations like this, like it doesn't matter. Granted, it doesn't matter against Altaria. Like if Altaria has a full bench and they're swinging turn like with their 2 energy, it doesn't matter whether you're on Heavy Helmet or Leaf Cape or anything like that. Granted, Altaria is not what we're talking about here, but leading the Bulbasaur, although they had the option to Chingling, is
very strange. We're again, like you just said, foregoing the Chingling start, going right into Bulbasaur. We do see an Ivysaur in hand. Nabrix starting with his Suicune. We're gonna have to see. He's got the Froakie on the bench.
The Suicune start is promising for Fenrir, but the second the energy goes on the Froakie, it's like it's like
it could be the same gameplay as last time. You're right. Now the question is, do we put down the other Bulbasaur even, and maybe just I don't know. That's still like you have to rely on that Ivysaur hit to build up that energy is the downside. We're gonna see the helmet go out.
Can't even copycat here, right? Because like you
no,
need
I
Ivysaur.
wouldn't. I would wait, honestly, because then next turn you could probably put down a decent sized copycat, unless he's planning on putting these other cards down. But again, the more cards you put down, the higher Suicune's gonna hit. And what we've seen so far, that's like the advantage of not putting anything down besides the Bulbasaur Venusaur line, is the Suicune ends up hitting for only 40 damage. So
where the energy goes here is going to be huge. Is that the EX or is it just regular standard?
Oh my god, no way.
We found it again. Yeah, that's I guess
Wait,
technically he's
that's
safe
that game
this
though.
time
That's
around.
that game. Yeah, because he doesn't have that extra 20.
Because he doesn't have the extra 20 yet, right? Like so there's still life for Fenrir for sure. Because of that heavy helmet. That's why it's better than Rocky helmet in the cases where people start adapting to the Venusaur, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, we are going to see that copycat go out, get a 5-card return.
Committing to no bench.
We do get the heal, the Vina. Ooh, this is good. This is good. We are going to go with the other Bulbasaur, just in case, I guess, huh? Why not?
And he could set it, because the Suicune's not attacking, so no longer the bench doesn't matter anymore. It lowers the reason to Mars, and also since Ivysaur's boosted stuff with just 1 energy, he could start like that, setting up the next one as well. And then next turn he could quick growth into the Ivysaur in the back, although that one's a little more debatable whether to commit to, because although it's in this deck, the retreat cost on the Ivysaur is rather costly, so it could, like, I don't know, they could stall you out if you commit to the Ivysaur too soon in the bench.
That is true. You're right. We can see from that Ivysaur in the active there, it does have that 3 retreat cost. So if you do get caught, I mean, you end up losing all 3 of that energy, or you lose the Pokemon. Navrik's able to get the other Froakie on the bench. We're going to see the Greninja EX go out. Too bad he didn't have that the previous turn.
Yeah.
If he was able to get that extra chip damage.
We can't check how much is left in deck, but you gotta imagine with the grip that size, he probably has the other set of Greninja.
Plus it being Navrik's, right? That luck, extra luck on this side.
And it being Navrik's, yeah.
All right, we're gonna attach the energy, manual evolve, and I would assume Lily.
Assume Lily, and even like quick growth, I'd probably wait a turn if I was Fenrir, but I wouldn't blame him if he did it either. Because it does deck in at the end of the day. But yeah, okay. Playing
choosing to wait.
Correctly. Yeah, I agree with this play.
All right, so Navrik's kind of now in that game 1 position, right? Where he doesn't have any energy on anything on the bench. And he's going to have to... Ooh, Andy fit... Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. But
doesn't matter. The good thing is he does have 2 bodies to tank now, because both Suicunes could take a hit, and his opponent's not on Cyrus, so they can't like pinpoint what he's gonna take out. Like this Greninja EX is safe on the bench, which is important. The only issue is that we can see there's a second Venusaur being built up, so like it could get. Well, except he's not on Lyra, so never mind. The second Venusaur doesn't really matter in this case, so never mind that. Okay, so Frogadish, so another.
I would be really surprised if we did see that other Venusaur somehow come into play, but anything's possible here. All right, Navrik's thinking. Again, he is going to have to body one of these Suicunes or take a hit with one of these Suicunes. So I guess how much damage do we do a turn? We're only doing 130 damage a turn before Navrix is able to ship stream out and remove the poison damage, right?
Yeah, the only issue is that this Greninja only gets 1 swing, so he gotta make every swing for the rest of the game count, because like once his biggest hitter is that Greninja EX is gonna come in for a total of 100 if you consider that he eventually will get the Greninja non-EX to do pink damage as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not even half the HP that this Venusaur has. Like, there's no Indeedee to heal up anything. Granted, it wouldn't matter, but
Flaneur is rocking 2 lilies and no, that's it, just 2 lilies. I was gonna say and an Erica, but just 2 lilies. We are going to see that quick grow extract go out this turn.
How many cards? Oh, it's gotta be less than. I don't know. I don't know how many cards he has left in deck, but the chances he finds, he has a Chingy in deck.
Sabrina
so
could be big, right?
Yeah, eventually once he like after this turn, the Sabrina gets full value now. Like it guarantees a knockout.
Yeah.
Because Nabrix's only play next turn is to go back into the healthy Suicune. And it'll be dealing a total of what 20 from Greninja, and then 60 from the Suicune. So that's 80. Puts them to 140. It's just too much. It's too much to take on, honestly.
Wow.
And that's not counting that if at any moment Flaneur finds the Lily, it's back to like
it's game,
it
right?
blanks the turn. It blanks the turn.
And at this point, the benched Ivysaur, like, yeah, you could go for it, but you're just wasting that more damage on the front one. We do at least get the Ping Greninja out, so we'll get an extra 20 damage per turn, but I don't know if the math is mathin'.
Yeah, no, I was already, like, when I was doing my calculation, it was with assumption that this Greninja was coming down.
Oh, you already, okay.
Without it, yeah. Like, max this turn, all he could do is 80 damage, 20 from that Greninja, 60 from Suicune when he brings it up. Which is, it leaves him at 140 is what I was saying. And the max that the Greninja could do, like the dual of Greninja is only 100. So that leaves him at 40 HP that unaccounted for that Nabrix can't reach. And like I said, if at any moment he finds a second Lily, that blanks completely the turn. Yeah. And since there's no Indeedee as well, like it's not like there's a world where you could have like thrown away a turn that's an extra 20 damage. It's looking really rough, dude. Is Nabrix on Cape? I haven't seen Cape like on all three games.
He has one Cape.
It's one Cape. That's why we haven't seen it. Except Greninja EX is also a one-of, but we can talk about that one.
All right. So guaranteed kill this turn, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he wants to use it this turn or not. There's the Lily. Oh, no way.
yeah. That's.
Ooh.
There was 20 damage that we didn't know how Nabrix was gonna get to because of the turn that you could technically buy with Cape. Now there's 100 damage that
This match is rough because it's like I want to obviously be rooting for the boy Nabrix. He's one of my homies, obviously. But at the same time, I want to see Venusaur win. This is insane. Okay, we see the
Venusaur is cooking.
Yeah, we see the coin flip whiff, but it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Yeah, that this was different than what I had been seeing like in the tournaments.
Yeah.
The Rocky Helmet list is what I was used to seeing at this point. Krangle also went 2-0, by the way, in the top 64 and is waiting in top 32. Just fun fact.
So we've got some Venusaur players making a riff this week. My wish came true. I made like a short video last week showcasing all of the starters. And I was kind of bummed about how Venusaur and Blastoise didn't necessarily do too great. I don't think any Venusaur or Blastoise made top cut last week. Only 2 Charizard players made top cut. So I'm glad to see Venusaur again doing well this week, causing some commotion. We see the Cape go out on the Greninja, the Ping Greninja.
That makes sense. That buys him an extra turn. That was an extra turn that I wasn't accounting for, but it's a turn where he's not really dealing damage though, because this Greninja cannot attack.
That is true, right? The Greninja only has 1 energy on it. He's just using it to body. Oh wait, he retreats. He just used it to.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so Nabrix is here, much more resilient than how I think of the still. Okay. Actually, no. Now there's a line. I think.
Yeah.
The line is definitely there. The line is definitely there because Flaneur still has 0 points, so this he could afford to sacrifice this. Oh wait, no, the line gets cooked by Sabrina.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, wait, the line gets cooked right here though, doesn't it? And we can retreat and knock out with.
No. Right now, this Venusaur is gonna knock out Suicune. All Nabrix could do is bring out Indeedee in the bench. Because the only thing that could tank left in Nabrix's deck that could tank this Venusaur's attack with poison is that Greninja that he's about to put up front. All Nabrix could do this turn is a total of 100 damage.
Oh, and then the Sabrina wins it. Oh no!
Sabrina just brings out anything from the bench. He got so close though. He saw much more. Unless there's something I'm not seeing.
I was gonna say there's no way, right? He's only doing 100 damage here.
The heal help?
The heal doesn't help.
Irida,
oh,
maybe?
the Mars, though. The Mars.
If there's no Sabrina... Oh, now there's...
But he has to attack here,
right.
and if he attacks, he's still within kill range. So what? How do we...
No, he doesn't attack. The Greninja puts him to 100. He backs out into that Greninja, the one with the cape, that survives with 10 HP. And then he's able to come back next turn with the Greninja EX for game. So as long as there's no...
But he used his retreat already, didn't he?
No.
I think
no, he did he hard retreat? Or he could hard retreat now, regardless.
Oh, no, there it is. Okay.
Retreated.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he hard retreated.
No, he didn't hard retreat at all. The Suicune died, and he brought out the Greninja EX. That's what happened.
So unless we top deck Sabrina, game over.
Nabrix takes it, yeah. Because he has Cyrus.
4 cards.
Sure.
It's 1 and 4.
Yeah,
here we go, chat.
That's why Nabrix has won twice, you know?
Oh, there it is, Professor. Nabrix has all his cards in his hand, so he for sure has the Cyrus. Oh, that is rough. Again, you're right. Nabrix is one of the best players in the world. Wait, no, that's never. It still won't matter. I'll draw into it.
Yeah, he still sees all 4. Yeah. Unfortunate. Granted, I forgot about the Mars. I'll be honest. Since I was on the line where I was like, oh, he has Sabrina that is cooked. Like, there's nothing for Nabrix, but yeah, making the Sabrina go away definitely is a win condition.
Insane play from Nabrix. Yeah, we still have Krangle. Not a bad performance from Lanier at all, though. This was an insane game. Definitely played to his best ability here. But Nabrix also played to his best ability and had that luck on his side too. Nabrix again is one of those players where he is blessed with luck. So you've got to deal with that as well.
Yeah, no, but you could put, for those of y'all that think, you could put luck aside on this one because he definitely played to every single potential out he had. He caped the right card. He held it until necessary. The Mars is Mars. At the end of the day, I guess that could be considered luck, but it is what it is. But yeah, to Krangle, which we didn't see his top 64, he beat a Magnazone Absol deck. So that's another example of Venusaur's ability to beat more than just Suicune. So hopefully we get to see him in top 32. Or like moving forward.
I hope so. Yeah, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on Krangle here because at this point he is carrying the Venusaur deck, I guess.
I gotta check out the Arceus, bro.
Oh yeah, see if Arceus is still rocking. So we are going to see, again, Greninja come out. He's going to do that final 80 damage and take the dub. Congrats to Nabrix. He is definitely one of the best players in the world. And that right there, that play, being able to stall out like he did, I think 3 times I thought that was completely over for him there. And he was able to find the window.
The Arceus lost in top 128. And then the Blaziken that beat him lost in top 64. So that's unfortunate. We're losing the rogues.
We're losing everybody. All right, let's see if we can maybe find somebody else here.
Yeah, I think they've seen enough Venusaur because I was like,
we'll take a break on Venusaur for a minute.
Let's see what other matches. There's a few that have started already. There's a few guys that are already in top 16, but they haven't started. They're waiting for their opponents.
What's J-Hove playing this week? Suicune Greninja,
Suicune Greninja. It's a mirror.
A lot of Suicune Greninja this week, I think.
And there's a Hydreigon mirror with Thomas versus QTR. Let's see if these are done. These are done. Elsa's waiting for... Okay, he's going to play against Nabrix. Nabrix is playing Altaria next round.
Yeah, it looks like Nabrix and Elsa.
Takahiro and Trip. We have a Suicune Greninja and a Magnazone.
That might be... Oh, wait, what about Itachi Raphael? You want to watch that one?
Yeah, the Furfro Altaria. Let's jump to that one. Are they in the... What's his opponent, Raphael? Let's see. Which one have you found any of them on the Discord? I see Raphael here. Which would be the POV of the Magnazone player. Unless you want to see the Furfro.
Let's do that, I suppose. No, let's do the Magnazone. That works.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull him up here. Hey, another one I wanted to keep an eye on is Essay. Is Essay still winning? Let's see.
Let me check, because they had the first round bye, so they weren't playing it to start off.
Looks like they are. They're up against Suicune Greninja right now. Maybe next round we can check out Essay if he's still in it. I hope he is, because Essay has been absolutely killing it with this Dragon Arcana Mega Altaria deck. So, either way, let's get locked into the game here. Give me 1 sec, chat.
Nah, just checking what game they're on. Oh, this game 1. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Obviously, we don't have any context to how they got to this situation, but
we're here now.
Yeah, we got 1 Oricorio. I'm assuming the first knockout was the first Oricorio, based on the fact that there's 2 Magnemites on the board. Let me see, is that, yeah, those are the only basics. So the 1 point for Itachi is the first Oricorio. Now the second Oricorio is doing the Lord's work, holding it down. Let's see here. There is a setup Altaria. There might be a sync play. What are the... Actually, this Furfro does 1v1 Oricorio, but then if he just backs out, swings with Magnazone, and then it gets rough. Let's see. I saw Lucian play a lot of this Furfro deck during his 30-hour stream. So
this last week it kind of popped up and was somewhat popular. I tried it myself, and I mean, it's okay, but something felt off. I liked the double Chingling Jirachi deck a little better. I think I was getting more value out of my Chinglings than I was the Furfru. It felt like.
That's fair. Granted, the build let me see if this build's looking. It is on Chingling now. They dropped the Tyrogue for the 1 Chingling.
Is that what it? Okay.
And they're still yeah, so they still have access to Chingling. Granted, it's just a 1-of, but they do have Lycia, so they have ways of getting it. Alright, so 2 points. They were able to Sabrina to get another 1. And what's the win condition here now? Let's see. Lamont is... Honestly, one thing that's in Itachi's favor right now, through personal experience from me playing this matchup from Itachi's side, is that the Magnazone only swings for 90. My issue, like, I played against a guy that was playing 1-in-1, like 1 copy of the 110 and 1 copy of the 90. That 110 is able to 2-shot Altaria, whether you have PCO or not. And if you cape that version, we have no way of knocking it out as an Altaria player. So that was one of the tougher matchups. But this 91, although it becomes gimmicky because it's like, oh, maybe we can't hit it back.
Yeah, you can't even hit. Like exactly.
Like it gets awkward. It's not necessarily like game over the way the other one felt, damage wise, of course. So we'll see. There's still a game to get at.
This Furfrou is gonna have to triple hit the Oricorio, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's the only way to get rid of this.
Yeah. The good thing for the Furfrou is that since it takes -8, Oricorio has to triple hit as well. So it becomes like who's swinging first. Almost.
Who hits into it first? I guess you're right.
Which right now is going to go for the Furfrou. The opponent can then bring out Magnazone, but then it becomes an
who attacks into another thing too. Raphael does run a PCL. So they could always heal their way out of this as well.
If they haven't already, I don't think they've used it already. So it could.
Yeah, as I say, I don't know if they've played it, but it is a possibility. We do see the Cyrus. They are only running 1 Cyrus, and that Mega Altaria not necessarily in kill range, so it might be a little too early to use it. But we'll see. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Furfrou is also playing 1 Cyrus. We saw Sabrina already. But the 1 Cyrus, yeah, tough spot for Raphael here. What matchups have they gone against? Let me see here.
For those of you guys at home, that Furfrou has an ability where it takes 20 less damage, so it's only going to take 30 damage from this Oricorio, which means we are going to have to 3-hit into it. We're looking at the concede button.
Yeah, he's hovering over. Like, I don't know what he's waiting. Like, I guess the opponent has the entire hand, so I don't know what they could be waiting for. Like, obviously, Furfrou's gonna swing once here.
Sabrina, maybe? What are they afraid?
No, they already used Sabrina. I don't know what they wanted to see, but
yeah, I don't know what they were like waiting for the concede on there. But either way, we're gonna play it out. We got the Mars coming in.
Maybe just to counter the opponents, maybe? Let me see what...
No, so again, Raphael's still in a tough spot here. There's the Cyrus.
Well, yeah, so it's the whole deck. I think they just threw the Mars to throw it. So yeah, the PCL has already been used this game.
Yeah,
Granted, we didn't know,
you're right. Still Raphael in that same tough spot where, like, what do? Do you give up your Magnazone first? I don't know if I would have conceded that necessarily, right? Is that game?
No, I think it is game because let's say they have brought out Magnazone, they swing at it for 130. Even if you hit the Altaria for 90, only that Altaria's affected. They just back out into the other one.
Oh yeah, you're right there. I guess they did have the other one, and then
or if they had Cyrus,
but they had Cyrus.
If you bring out Magnazone, they would have you would need to bring in Magnazone just to knock out the Furfrou, because otherwise the Furfrou is gonna beat you to the race of knocking out Oricorio. It was just game. It was just there was no recovery there. What I'm trying to see is if Itachi has played. Yeah, Itachi played against one Magnazone Oricorio, and they also won that matchup. And it was against the double Magnazone. So this guy knows what he's doing against Magnazone.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Also, I have not been keeping track of the Pocket Mats Discord, so hopefully we haven't been needed for something else.
That's my problem on day 2, is I always neglect looking at the judge chat, and they're like, "We've got games waiting for you," and I'm like, "Uh-oh, sorry."
Hopefully they at least add us, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If judges, if you guys are listening, if you have any matches that are like saved up or lined up, just add us. It does get a little hard when you're juggling all of this and to also try to remember to focus on the chats. But starting game 2 here.
Yeah, and we see Furfrou already with the Rocky Helmet. Oricorio lead. Our opponent decided. Well, our opponent. Look at me. The Magnemite player decided to keep the Magnemites in hand for the opening.
I know I do that too. Say my opponent here when it's like, wait, I'm not playing.
Yeah. At this point, everybody who's not me is just my enemy.
Yeah, exactly. Double Magnemites going down. Professor going out. All right, we've got the Focus on Our Lady, or Focus on Our Lady in hand.
Yeah, this is rough because realistically, if we look at the Magnazone list, the only items he's playing are Pokeball and Red Card. He already has like all the Pokemon that he could even search for Pokemon. Like the Chingling here is just doing some damage on Oricorio. Other than that, it's not like
not really doing anything to stall this deck. I agree.
But it's not stalling the deck, but also it's like not I don't know what the word I was looking for, but basically like getting rid of it doesn't help Raphael in any like capacity. So like it's just okay. I don't see Raphael's line here, honestly. Like I know there's still much game left, but between
I almost agree with this. When you start playing this many games, you can kind of tell early on where you're like, no, he's too slow to start. They're already lined up, and it's just like you're gonna. I don't know. It's gonna be an uphill battle for him.
I wouldn't PCL here, but
no.
It's also he's missing his capes. Like if he sees cape, then the PCL would matter, but he didn't.
Otherwise, you're right. You're just throwing a PCL into nothing.
Into a guy that's not gonna you don't outpace the Furfrou is the issue.
Exactly.
And there's already an Altaria on the other side. It's so rough, dude.
Not only that, but the Furfrou got the helmet and already has the one up on damage on you. So it's just you're kind of cooked there. I think best play here probably this, right? Put the energy on that Oricorio and hope to. Oh,
I could see this as well. Okay. Buys more time. He needs to find Magnazone. Otherwise, there's definitely no win condition on the board.
So Raphael.
I don't know if it's because.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say nothing of substance. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't know. Raphael chooses to not run any sort of Chingling or like baby start, so he is forced to either start with like the Oricorio stall or the Magnemite stall, and I almost wonder like if it's just like it's putting him too far behind in certain scenarios. Maybe an X speed or maybe like I don't even know something.
And he chose to lead with Oricorio because his opening hand had Magnemite, both Magnemites and Oricorio, and had he led with the Magnemite, he would have been able to knock out Chingling.
I just don't like
in response.
I don't like either one of those leads, honestly. I don't like having to lead with my Magnemite, and I don't like having to lead with my Oricorio on this team. I don't know. That's why I like I do like Oricorio for the Magnazone for the most part, just so I can get those free retreats and set up and like be ready to go. Not that it's even like, it doesn't even matter in this scenario, considering we don't have the Magnazone to even evolve into.
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't do, did we do the energy on the bench?
I think so. Yeah. I think
Full
he
charge?
did.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just that one of the Magnetons came this turn. So it's an energy behind. But what I was going to mention earlier was that I didn't notice how the sound effects that the game had, because whenever I do play with sound, I have the music as well. So all these sound effects are almost like new to me.
Oh, do you? So when we were watching these players, I guess normally I just mute them just because I don't want to take the chance of them like getting a phone call or who knows what they have playing in the background. Fair. So I usually mute them, but yeah, you can't. I don't know. It is interesting when you play with the sound effects, because I agree. I usually just play with like music playing. Yeah,
at least when I stream, I do. And when I'm on my phone, I have obviously zero audio.
Just turn it off. Exactly. Nobody wants to. I'm not going to be in public playing Pocket. Well, to anybody's knowledge.
When he's like clicking certain like right now when he went to attach the K, there's a I don't know, back into the game. I guess it's like there's not like yeah. All right. Point is, you see,
so
Cape matters so that you can swing more with Ori. It gives him one more swing.
But we're not going to use
retreat again. He's gonna go Magnazone, like the Magneton, to get the knock. No, it would get the knockout here, but then Altaria just takes over. But that's one less answer to Oricorio.
I kind of like that though, in the sense that you save your Oricorio for the Mega Altaria, because what's going to take out the Oricorio after this turn?
Yeah, no. I see the line. It's rough nonetheless. Like he's being forced to do it because there's no Magnazone, but.
All right, Raphael getting the first point here.
The not giving up part is
oh yeah,
is respectable, because it looks ugly, and then here's I can kind of see like where there's a route that leads to the victory. Being able to save the Oricorios was definitely a better route. Not a better route. What's it called?
Better line, better window.
Better line, yeah. Because last game, whenever we jumped in like mid game, like we didn't see it from the start. There was already an Oricorio down.
Exactly.
So we don't know if maybe last game he didn't do this, or he didn't have the option to. Maybe the second Oricorio came in late. We'll see. The Furfro's back though, so
that is unfortunate that we see another Furfru hit the table. We also have a helmet on the Mega Altaria, so these Oricorios are going to take some damage here. We only have enough energy to attack on one Oricorio, and he is going to die the following turn if he does attack. So kind of a, like you were saying, a tough spot to be in. We'll throw the Clement, but nothing's coming out of it.
The other issue now is that this Oricorio running into the helmet even loses to like the Elekid in the bench. Like it's not safe whatsoever.
Nope. Yep, you're right. Tough call here. Things went from okay to really rough in a matter of seconds once that Furfru got laid down, I think.
Yeah, it went from bad. Okay, this line makes sense again, because it can survive one more hit from the Furfru if he doesn't swing at all. Again, now he's just buying time for those Magnazones. 6 cards left in deck, which is 2 Magnazones. I don't recall how many researches he's done.
You're right, this isn't a terrible play here, because he's either forced to bring in something off the bench to try to deal with this Oricorio, or we can just stall here until we find our Magnazone. In the meantime, I do like... we got a call from Mom and Pop.
The other issue is... speaking of unlucky for Raphael, out of those 6 cards, there's guaranteed 2 Magnazones. There is Guzma, which would be great in this matchup. You would love to be able to Guzma. Yeah, that's Sabrina's backbreaking, because he has to send out Oricorio. He brings out Furfro, gets the knockout, and then the next... Yeah, it's rough. But it's rather unlucky from... I think Pokeballs are also among the 2 cards. 6 cards that he's drawing, he still has a bunch of cards that don't do anything left.
That won't help him at all. Yeah, so there's a decent chance we see a bricked card here for our following turn. We also have to take out this Furfru, but I guess... See, and now he's in a position where he has to put this Magnazone in the active, right? Because otherwise you're just going to lose your energy. Like, you have to take the gamble here?
Yeah, because realistically, you could retreat for essentially free, because Magneton replaces its energy.
That's true. Okay, so we can retreat if we don't get it, which we didn't get it. That is, again, looking very, very rough.
It's rough. 5 cards left in the deck, and it's literally Guzma, double Magnazone, and one Pokeball. For a second, I was like, it could have been double Pokeball.
We already, yep, he's checking his cards too. He already healed. Does the cape matter here? So the cape could bring the Oricorio back up to 60 health, which is...
No, he already has the cape. You can't do
Oh, he already has a cape. You're right. I forgot. You can't do a wield a cape.
Yeah, yeah, Enda mode would not be happy with 2 capes.
What card was I looking at the other day? There's a card with some wording on it where it says it removes all the tools off of a Pokemon. So I'm wondering
Klefki.
if...
I think Klefki removes everything, I think, but it has to be the main... I'll double check on that because I could be talking out of like.
Yeah, it is. Sure I think I was looking at Klefki yesterday, and I think it is Klefki removes all it. But the wording on it is what caught me. The reason I brought it up is it kind of gives me hope that we may see some card that can dual wield items in the future.
Well, there's either in the TCG Live, which I don't play at all, but I do collect the cards every now and then if you find them. You know, the way that things
for sure.
Is. There is either it's not a stadium, which is like the location, like cards that we don't have in pocket yet, but they have this like the field spell if you play Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like a field spell. That's a great way to play it.
It's either a stadium or a Pokemon itself, or maybe there's both exist. Allow you to have more than one. Like this Pokemon could hold 2 tools, or this this stadium allows you to have it exists. I just don't know to what capacity because I don't have like an endless encyclopedia of those cards. But if anybody plays TCG Live, we'll see your reply like in 10 minutes. But feel free to let us know. I know it exists. There's definitely Pokemon. There's a way for Pokemon to hold more than one tool in the TCG Live.
I feel like it's coming. Yeah, I feel like it's coming. Let's see if we can maybe start looking at another game here. Looks like SA, that Dragon Arcana Mega Altaria deck that I wanted to see. It looks like he just got knocked out. Very unfortunate. We're looking at a lot of Suicune Greninja and Mega Altaria and Magnazone. I think it's like a take your pick kind of scenario here. Hey, how about this one? Pokemon Champ 9. Is he still around? Look at this. He's running Pikachu Jolteon.
Oh, he was on my list of the initial decks to look at.
He's playing Griff-sama right now if we can find him. Griff-sama or Pokemon Champ. Let's see if they're in... Griff is here.
Pokemon Champ's right under us.
Oh, right below us. Yeah, let's do that. Pokemon Champ.
The Famella, if he's watching this. He's a big Jolteon fan.
Oh, looks like the gameplay's just going here. Let's get it loaded up. Ooh, I can't wait.
Let's see what match are they on?
I didn't see what match they were on.
What's Pokemon without the syllables? Oh, so this is top 64 still. He's up 1 game, so this is game 2. For the deck list, it is the Zero Aura Jolteon that some people prefer. Zero Aura over the other Jolteon.
Mm-hmm.
Not the basic one, but the non-EX Jolteon that does 60 on evolution. And then it's playing 1 copy of Thunderbolt Pikachu for 150, just to like wipe out Pokemon. I like clean up whatever Jolteon is unable to.
That Pikachu is scary. Yeah, the hitting for 150, and if they have that elemental switch, you can just all you got to do is have 1 energy on it, and it's ready to rock.
They're on double switch, double Zero Aura. So based on however their start is, they got some. Granted, they started even better, which is just EV into Jolteon. Like as you can see here, he's already up 1 point. Although our I keep saying our opponent, the Magnazone player does seem like they're gonna go into Magnazone.
That's what I call him, the opponent, player and opponent. That's how I have it listed on the stream.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Let's see here. Let me open Griff's list.
Oops, I've got the wrong deck list here for Pokemon Champ. Let me fix that. There you go. All right, for those of you watching at home, the deck list should now be loaded up on the screen.
Yeah, so he's also on double of the new Magnazone. So if he now the Jolteon's like a coin flip whether it could even deal damage.
Well, this is rough here. Because we can put the Pikachu down, but we're not going to have any way to get that energy to the Pikachu if we attack.
He does have
Jolteon-
X speed.
We could, I guess, what, tank with the Pikachu maybe?
That seems
That's
pretty brutal because then there's it becomes a coin flip whether you could even attack. No.
oh, that is true. But I guess so if he does live,
Well, he just. Oh, okay. So.
oh, he's going for it.
Oh, he held the XP, so he hard retreated. Maybe. So he's just gonna go for a coin flip, I guess. Yes.
Strange. I think you're right. Maybe playing the XP there would have been smart because you at least keep an energy for yourself. But all right. Either way, we're set up on the Pikachu next turn to possibly attack. We are gonna have to get through that Magnazone pseudo confuse effect.
And then there's the Ori problem. But
oh, and the Ori on the bench. Yeah.
He has to deal with that after. He has to focus now on the Magnazone issue that's staring at him.
I guess Griff is deciding now, do I want to take my chances with the Magnazone attack, or do we... Oh, we're going for it.
And he does. It's going to be a coin flip. Because at least the Oricorio, regardless of what happens here, Oricorio's in line to knock both of them out.
Yeah,
Granted,
that's
he
true.
doesn't know that there's a cape in the
hand here.
Champ's hand.
Yeah.
So... But you see, like, if he had XP now, he could jump into Jolteon. But, yeah, no, Magnazone wasn't going to get any more energy. That's weird. I know, it's an odd... Tough situation regardless of how he would have done it. But he's going to be at 0 energy after this turn no matter what.
And,
And does it
doesn't
go
matter.
through? Oof.
I forgot to see what game was
I don't know if there was a
this,
better
man.
line. This is game 2. Champs got game 1, if I looked at it correctly.
Let me look here. I think you're right. Yep, Griff was up 1 game. Actually, wait, did Griff just win?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, my bracket was. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong matchup. I was looking at the previous.
The previous one there?
Yeah. Never mind.
Mine does that too.
Pokemon
Sometimes
Champ
it doesn't
have a
update
win.
or. Yeah, I think I think we're right. Griff Sama looking like he's gonna take this one, unfortunately.
So this is game 2, I think, and Griff was already up 1, which makes more sense looking at the matchups. There's not many answers for Oricorio.
Yeah.
In the Jolteon list, like, yes, Zero Aura, but if you don't find Zero Aura, it's like there's not enough energy to go around for everybody.
Exactly.
It did come down to that coin flip, and it did not go into the favor.
That's unfortunate we didn't see the coin flip go through. I do love me a good coin flip though, so. It looks like Pokemon Champ is still hanging in there. They're refusing to give up. He said not yet. We're gonna see the Jolteon go out. But I think really we're just delaying the inevitable here.
Yeah, I'll go look in. See what else we got. Let me see.
Okay. If you need to use the bathroom or take a break at all, feel free, or just let me know, and you can absolutely do that at any point.
At any point, I'll do it. Not right now, but good to know.
Yeah, just letting you know. I was gonna say you're not stuck here.
Yeah. Nah, we're just pushing. Krangle lost in top 32, so there goes Venusaur, unfortunately.
There goes our Venusaurs. All right, well, at least we had a Venusaur make it to top 32. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, he lost to Furfro.
Did he?
Yeah, the Altaria Furfro
That
version.
Altaria Furfru.
Like I said, I'm saying if they find Altaria turn 2, even with the version we saw of Fleur. Now I forgot the name, but the one that Nabrix beat. Even with the heavy helmet, Altaria breaks all through that. Like if they find it fast enough, the game's over on that one. But we have a top 16 match. I don't know if it started already, but Nebulousness is in the chat. But it's Suicune versus Magnazone. Let's see if we can find something that hasn't been happening already.
It might be hard now. I think we're gonna. Yeah. It's gonna get down to the nitty gritty here with I think only Suicunes.
Oh look, this is a matchup I wanted that I pointed out earlier. There's a 1-1 in top 32. IMO, or I don't know what it stands for, the team is, but it's Eddie. He's playing a Magnazone Giratina. Not sure if he's in the Discord right now, but
is he Eddie?
He's going against Flo. Neither of which I see here, but
Eddie. All right. Oh, and then the winner of that goes up against Verum. Okay. Yeah, IMO.
Which it is a Suicune Greninja on Flo, but he's going against.
I don't see Eddie or Flo in here either, unfortunately. Well, what's another game we could watch here? We might be stuck watching
Where's this Cosmo guy?
Nebulosness. What about Thomas Xavier? Is he in the... Thomas is here. He's a top 16 match, though. But Thomas is playing... I think he's the only Hydreigon left, I believe.
Where is he?
Thomas
Xavier.
Yeah, Thomas Xavier.
Is he the Thomas Stylo here that we have POV in the Discord? Or?
Yeah, he's right below us. I don't think he's playing yet, though, because he's top 16, so they might be holding his match. What about Cosmo right below us? Is he playing?
That's what I was trying to find. There's a few good games that are going on. It's just
we can hop into at this point. We can hop into anything really if there's any game going. I know. Again, we're kind of trying to catch up. I think everybody's probably waiting at top 16 for everybody to sort of catch up here. I wish we could catch that Eddie and Flo match there, the IMO Eddie and the Flo one. That's probably just about to wrap up, and then they're going to go into Verum after that. We could...
We got... Let me see. I think Navrix was playing as well. Navrix... Oh, no. Navrix got it 2-0. Navrix is playing their top 16 versus Coco. Coco is... it's another Suicune Greninja mirror.
Is it mirror? What about... So let's see. Hold on. What's Nebulosness and Gato? What are they? A mirror? No. Well, Gato's playing Magnazone Oricorio against...
Yeah, and they got game 1. I guess let's just jump into that one.
Yeah, let's do that. Nebulosness, right above us. This works
at
too.
The end of the day, there's gonna be Suicune Greninja everywhere, so it's not like...
Yeah, I was gonna say, at this point, it's probably gonna get hard to avoid it.
I just at the start, like, it was easier just, like, pinpoint every, like, odd matchup and try to...
Yeah.
Highlight it.
No, plus you want to see that stuff too. Those are fun to see, like those rare matchups, or like, hey, this person, you know, this deck that normally wouldn't have made it into a top cut did make it, something like that.
For sure.
This isn't going to be too bad of a matchup though. We at least got blessed with a Magnazone Oricorio instead of just a double straight mirror match. Suicune Greninja against Suicune Greninja. We'll have to see here. A little choppy though. Sorry, folks at home. Gameplay is a little choppy. How do you spell this? Nebulos.
Alright, the Greninja list is standard card for card, what we've been seeing. A lot of people opting for the Frogadier that does 30 damage for colorless. Mm-hmm. Just the one cape, double Cyrus, that's been like pretty much... Oh, and one Greninja EX, those are the noticeable... So Nebulousness playing the standard Suicune, and then we got Magnazone Oricorio. Pretty much looking exactly like the one we just saw. Double Cyrus, the one Clement.
Looks like Gato's up a game here. Is that right?
See, last time I trusted the bracket.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Last time you trusted the bracket there, huh? I know, mine doesn't like to update on me sometimes. Sometimes you gotta hit that F5 manual refresh. Give me a sec, guys. I'll get the deck list loaded up here for everybody at home.
Unless it's my issue. It seems to be.
What's going on now? It's
from
froze.
my POV, it's frozen at...
Yeah, it did freeze.
40.
That might be something where they have to restart the game here in Discord. Let's see, is Gato playing at all? Hold on. And I hate trying to say, like, hey, fix your gameplay in the middle of a game. Let me let them know here. Hold on, I'm gonna talk.
Maybe their game is working. Maybe their game is working. It's just the stream got cooked.
Is it cooked?
I don't know. I'm gonna jump over to Cosmo real quick to see what they're going. Because maybe their name doesn't match their limitless, so it's hard to like pinpoint who they are.
Yeah, let's see. All right. I've got just a blank screen for Cosmo. Folks at home, again, sorry that last game crashed, and they are going to have to reload the game, but they're in the middle of a game, so I don't want to force them to throw their game, their top 32 game, or top 16 game, no less. just to try to fix the stream. Kind of unfortunate, but we'll see if we can get something else pulled up here on the stream in the meantime. Who's this chill out person right below us? Looks like they're in the middle of a game.
Yeah, let's jump over. Oh, they're going against Vayne. That name is familiar.
Okay. Perfect. We'll pull this up in the meantime.
They're Mont Brown. No. I'm not even pretend like I can pronounce all of that, but yeah, it's they're up a game in top 16. Yeah, it's Greninja EX Suicune, so that's probably that they're playing double. When Limitless flips them over, that means double Greninja EX. So this is a little different than everything we've been seeing up to this point. And they're going against the Furfro Altaria deck. So let's pull up both of those lists. Granted, when I say that, it's that I'm pulling it up for myself.
Yeah, exactly.
For y'all. Let's see here, deck list.
Mont Brown Suraguri. I think that is the name, right? That's a tough one.
Wasn't like yeah. I gave up halfway through if it wasn't obvious. But this is. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, yeah. So Mont Brown, which is the Suicune Greninja player, is up a game, so it's 1-0.
Okay. Perfect.
This is a tough match. This is why I personally, like last week, I played the Greninja Altaria deck. And it's because of matchups like Suicune Greninja, which is what I expected to be the most of. There's a direct line on how you beat them, right? With the Greninja ping into Altaria, you knock out the Suicunes. I don't see the same line for these decks. Like, there's not a direct way you knock out Suicune. Like, they still have the most you do in one turn is 130. Obviously, you could like chip damage away with the Chinglings and stuff like that, or
but then I always feel like I end up hitting into like an Indeedee or an Irida, and it's like, well, there goes that. I'm gonna have to two-shot anyways.
Yep, and then especially if they have the Indeedee set up, then it's just like you're just walled. Not that the Altaria Greninja is able to just ping, swing, and it's over, right?
Exactly.
Granted, that's not considering cape or whatever. The other thing is, this list is playing the Frogadier that does the two energy one. That has nothing to do with what I was talking about, but this is a fact that I just realized now. Other than that, everything is identical. Double Greninja EX and the Frogadier with 2 energy is the only changes. As far as supporters go, they're both on. Like, it's still double Cyrus, only 1 Irida, 1 cape. This is in comparison to the other Suicune list that we've seen. Meanwhile, the Furfro list that we have here is what has become standard. I keep saying standard because a week from now it's not gonna be standard anymore. People keep changing like daily.
Mega Altaria changes week to week, which is kind of crazy. Like it's still relevant. Mega Altaria is, but the deck itself changes week to week. It feels like, which I'm okay with. I love
round to round. If they allow changing deck lists, I feel like it would change round to round. Like
it would.
It's just too flexible. Like 2 energy, and then you just put it with anything that gets you there. Especially since Swablu's colorless. So like, there was a deck that Essie was the one with the Dragon Altaria, right? I was about to say there was a player that was doing well with the.
That's one of my favorite variants of Mega Altaria is the Dragon Arcana version. Being able to set up that Dragon Arcana, which it's got 120 health. It's a Dragon type, so it has no weakness, and it hits for 100 damage, and you can do it on turn 2. So I don't know. That deck goes a little crazy. It's kind of unfortunate SA was not able to advance into the finals, but regardless, he plays that deck every week, and he seems to make top cut with it every single week. So,
and now
one of my favorites.
A different situation. Okay,
yeah, back to the game here.
We're back to similar to the Nabrik situation. If Vayne doesn't find Sabrina here, it's wraps for the Altaria, unless the Altaria actually no, because Altaria's Mars would still give him 3 cards. So yeah, basically this Altaria's in danger because they have no healing in the deck. But if they have Sabrina, they win. So it's kind of like, let's see if they find it type of thing.
A lot of cards still left in the deck.
But we already see the Cyrus in our opponent's hand. or it's in the player's hand.
Yeah. So it's over next turn. You're right. If they don't have that Sabrina, a lot of cards in the player's hand still, or in the player's deck. I don't think they have it. Only 2 cards in hand. But again, a ton of cards in deck.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. The stall.
They might have had it, but they definitely don't.
Yeah, the stall lets me know, or is telling me they don't have it.
Or the craziest BM in a live.
Or they're crazy out here dancing. It's one of the two. Exactly. That's what I've noticed. Is either they're dancing right now, they're stoked, yeah, I got it, or they're punching a hole through the wall.
They don't. I'm going with they might have thrown their phone and they're looking for it now so they can see, because it would only be game 2. Like they would only be even he didn't have it. They would at best be 1-1, and you obviously don't celebrate just going into game 3. But
yeah, I guess you're right. Going to game 3, you're like, yes, game 3. Well, again, Vane doesn't know what he doesn't know, and that Cyrus is coming out next turn. That'll be game 2 for Vane. Or I'm sorry, game 2 for Mont Brown, not Vane. Sorry,
yeah, Mont Brown takes it. This matchup again.
I think we could almost stay here, right? Because I think moving on to next round, we see Verum. Is this the right? No, wait, I'm on the wrong track. We should almost go down and watch that Verum play, or Verum game though. Verum versus Eddie.
Oh, that got updated. Okay, yeah, Verum. Okay, we're gonna be able to see what Eddie. Also, Eddie passed the Giratina Magnazone deck. Got through. Okay.
Yeah. I think we'll have to go to Verum's Twitch then, right?
Yeah. Which seems like they haven't started. Let me refresh the Twitch just in case.
They might just be getting ready to start here. I think that they just moved into the round, so. Perfect. Okay. Let's get that set up. Ow, that hurt.
Yeah, he's searching right now, so.
Perfect.
Gonna be able to. Do you want to jump to a different voice, or?
We could probably just hang out here, honestly.
Alright,
Let me... Oops, I didn't have this person muted the whole time. Sorry. They're yapping in their ear. Yeah, we could probably hang out here and just hang out here for the time being. Get the deck list pulled up here. So Verum playing the Suicune Greninja deck. We watched him play a little bit earlier. And Eddie is playing Magnazone Giratina. This is kind of cool. I'm glad we get to see this.
Dual energy. They submitted dual energy
too. Really? Holy.
Yeah. You would think maybe just the psychic or just the. Well, they're playing Orcoria, so you would think, oh, maybe just energy. Yeah, I can see why dual energy. Although it's only 1 Giratina, so that psychic energy could just. I don't know. We'll see.
Be a waste too. Yeah, exactly.
Clearly, it's been working. Both losses were earlier. In Swiss, they lost to Mega Altaria and a Magnazone Absol, but other than that, they've beaten everything that's been in front of them, from Furfro decks to Suicune Greninjas to High Dragons. They've beaten everything, even a Magnazone in Top Cut. So we'll see. Check the deck list.
All right, chat. There we go. Gameplay on the screen. Deck list loaded on the screen. Oops, I got the names wrong. Let me fix that up.
Okay, so we can lead for Varun going first. Alright, the Magnazone player already. You're already seeing like the value. Actually, not the value. Like the risk that they could have taken. Granted, they didn't face it, but right now they have a Magnemite in the lead. That if they would have had a psychic energy, could not swing this upcoming
That's what
turn.
I was just about to say too. Is we see him at least luck out with that first energy going electric.
Oh, but it seems like maybe he's going. Maybe Suicune was going second.
Since he covers his hand, I can't. Oh no, he was contemplating a cape. Never mind.
Okay.
They didn't in fact go first. I was like, I saw him hovering something. I was like, is he contemplating where to put the energy? But no, it's.
Chat for everybody at home. Varum does have his hand kind of covered, so the gameplay is a little stretched out here, and that's why you're not able to see the bottom part or his hand at the bottom there. We do see that again. Electric energy go out. We're gonna attack with Magnemite. Psychic energy coming up next.
Yes, Oricorio is not gonna attack anytime soon. Granted, it just needs it has one colorless, so it could still have a chance, but. Alright, pretty standard play from Varum's side. He already found the Greninja, which is good for him. Then Didi heating up some of that damage from Magnemite. Double Psychic, so Oricorio is literally just walling for now. It's not going to attack anytime soon. No lightning energy anywhere on the board to be seen. Guzma for Cape, that is Varum's only Cape. So Guzma getting full value there. See here, Pokeball. Gets him another Suicune. Cyrus, so he's getting rid of Magnemite. No, never mind. That wasn't Cyrus. That was the Greninja ping. I got thrown off by the animation of like the zoom in. Okay, so obviously Oricorio can't swing here. I mean, he can't swing at the Oricorio, so he's gonna spread the energy, it seems.
Got that psychic energy coming up next here too, so he's kind of stalling at least on the Oricorio. He can't really do anything.
Threw a Mars out. Interesting. I don't know if I would have thrown that Mars. I'm aware of putting his hand size down, but his opponent wasn't doing anything. Like, he didn't evolve it to Magneton when he could have.
Now we might have a chance for that Magneton and even a Giratina, I think would be acceptable.
Or more Pokemon in general.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Magneton.
And another Psychic Energy loaded up. Yeah, this dual energy thing. I don't know. Clearly it's been working because they're in top. What is it, 16 already? I lose track because since we're jumping all back and forth in the bracket.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those decks where when it works, but when it doesn't, it's like, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah, it definitely has a high end for sure. But as we see here, it's just
also kind of unfortunate we don't see the Giratina come out at all.
And there's a Cyrus.
Quadruple Psychic Energy. What is going on?
That Oricorio is just
dying over there.
Not doing nothing.
Well, it is doing something. He's holding it down, but
rough game this turn for Eddie. I would say 4 Psychic Energies in a row is pretty unfortunate.
At least he got a Magnazone to go into it and attack Suicune.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, we can still attack this turn, so it's not over. Now
and the question is, another thing is that
go ahead.
The Suicune is affected regardless of who he swings at. This Suicune is kind of actually I don't know. Hold up, because there could be a Greninja EX play that I'm unaware of.
That's what I was just thinking. Right, Greninja EX could maybe save the day, but other than that, we're
we see their candy.
Is this it? There it is.
Yep. Oh, so Greninja EX is just glued to these Suicune players' hands, whether they play 1 or 2.
Yeah, no kidding.
When they need it. And they're gonna be able to swing for 100 and knock it out. They could, and they have to spread some chip damage elsewhere since the 100 here knocks out Magnazone.
Might as well get that Oricorio ready, I would say, or the other
debatable because the Suicune Greninja takes it from 70 to 0. He would have to be worried about like caping it or something. But yeah, that's the first point.
Fair, I'm looking pretty good at this point.
Yeah, looking really good actually.
Get the free retreat into the other Greninja. He'll be able to. You can't kill the Oricorio, right? Or no, you can. You can do 80 damage. You can take it out.
Yeah, do up to 80. The only thing that it protects, they're finding lightning energy in the distance. Not even now. A turn from now, to get some lightning energy.
Wow.
He's gonna go back into Magnazone. I guess like what else he's gonna do?
What else? Yeah,
it makes sense.
Rough spot to be in here.
Not sure what it could be.
Like, I don't know what it could be that matters. Look at this. Indeedee plus Irida puts the Greninja EX outside of the Magnazone's range of 110.
Yep.
He's not playing any Geos or nothing. Yeah, so that's as much damage as there's there.
Yeah, just a rough game here for Eddie, I feel like. Kind of started a little too slow, and he's just playing on the back foot every single turn, it feels like. What did he have? 5 Psychic Energies in a row? Something unbelievable?
Something like that, yeah. Something like
that only happens because I'm watching him. Sorry, Eddie, I didn't mean to curse you.
Yeah, you jinxed him, brother. Nah, interesting putting Suicune up front. Not worried about, like, sacrificing it, really. Again, he's in a spot where I don't think he could go wrong with how he does the damage, but still interesting that he decided to do it this way, because here he does 80, leaving the Magnazone at 30. Had he done it the other way around, where he does the 100 damage, Eddie can get 0 points.
10, right?
Would it leave them at, yeah, and with 0 points for Eddie, and would have been in range for the Greninja to knock it out next turn.
Yeah.
If necessary, granted.
This play might also work.
I guess he could also be like baiting the Mars, like, okay, knock out my Suicune, I Mars you down to 1. There's a line there as well.
We are going to see a Pokeball.
We're going to see Giratina with like 100 lightning energy.
Oh, the cape though. The cape is big because the cape now prevents that Oricorio from getting knocked out next turn by the Greninja. We might all of a sudden be sitting okay here with Eddie. How many points does Varoom have?
Varoom has 1 point, but the issue here is that the Oricorio wasn't going to get hit this turn anyways, so you just Greninja, tap the Oricorio, and then next turn you swing it for 80.
Yeah, never mind.
There is PCL. There is PCL on Eddie's list, so there's a chance that he could heal it up a bit.
Heal out of it, yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know if the Mars play is coming. Might not. I feel like that would have been like the first action you do, but yeah.
All right, so Magnazone going down. All we have left is this lone Oricorio, possibly a Giratina, but I think it's way too late to put that on the board. Way too much of a liability.
Both Magnazones are gone. If you put anything down that you could Cyrus, it's obviously a liability as well.
The Pokeball going out. No cards left in the deck. I'm assuming we have another Oricorio in hand?
Yeah.
We do put the Giratina down. Kind of a crazy play.
Yeah, putting it down is not the worst because that's actually pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Double Cyrus was in that group. The frog don't matter.
That was kind of a decent Mars.
Yeah, but Mars means no PCL, so that Oricorio.
Yeah, that's true.
And now next turn you can't get Giratina out of the way and attack with Oricorio. It's just
there it is.
It's wraps. He saw the Cyrus, but it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it's just game 1, right?
Yep, just game 1. Going to Varoom. Gonna take the kill here with the Ping Greninja. Wait a sec, does he have the energy? He should still have energy. Yeah.
He shifted to do the. There it is. So that's game 1.
Right. Congrats to Varoom. Game 1. He's happy about that. As he should be.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, there he is right there on screen, in fact. What's up, Varoom?
Yeah, he does the... He's like hiding the code and stuff because it's just people, when you're streaming, people just be doing stuff for no reason. Sometimes it's not even malicious. They just see that you're in private matches. They're like, oh, you're doing viewer battle? So then they'll just jump in.
And then they're going to start trying to hop in and grab that code. It's honestly, it's happened to me more than once. And it's like, what are you doing? Come on.
All right. Other matches that are going on. Mont Brown beat Vayne. They're currently against Nebulousness, which is one of the matches we checked in on. So that's another. No, I'm not saying to jump in, but I'm just like keeping.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that. No, definitely give us the little side plays on the side here.
Griff is 1-0 on top of against. We haven't seen Adon, MLAC, whatever. There's a Griff is going against a Furfro. He's up 1-0 currently.
Okay.
I gotta keep refreshing the page to make sure I'm not
looking in the past.
Itachi
there. Yeah.
that we saw earlier. Yeah, Itachi got beat up by Froggy X's Taka. Hold up, why is there a reason why like the way the bracket is where you can only move around by going all the way to the bottom is kind of.
Oh, I know. I hate it. It's so big, and you have to like scroll to the bottom, then scroll to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's limitless, but I don't know how to change it, or if we can change it. It might just be also that like there's so many people.
It could be. Let me see. Maybe bracket version here. I don't know. Well, the bracket lets me see this matchups through the bracket. Not exactly how it's going, but yeah. So the guaranteed top 8 matches so far are. There's 2 Suicune Greninjas going against each other, Kagero and Anonymous. Then we have a Suicune Greninja versus Magnazone, which is Coco versus the Froggy X's Takahiro. Then we have the Mom Brown's double Greninja EX list against Suicune Greninja.
What we should keep an eye on here is that bracket with Thomas Xavier, the Hydreigon Mega Absol player, Anonymous Zero, that's who he's playing now. And then Nabrix and Poke. One of those
unfortunately,
players.
Anonymous beat Thomas, so we're
Anonymous
out
did?
of.
I'm on the same problem as you.
Yeah.
My bracket didn't update. What's going on here?
So the only variety we have right now outside of like Suicune Greninja is that one Magnazone player that's already in top 8, and then this matchup we have the Giratina Magnazone. But then no matter what, whoever wins this matchup goes against a non-Suicune Greninja list, because there's 2 in top 16. There's Griff with Magnazone and Adon with Altaria Furfro. So that's a guaranteed top 8 that isn't a Suicune Greninja list.
We'll have to keep an eye on that one then. The Griff Sama and Mlac or Adon Mlac, whoever it is.
Yeah, not sure which was the team and which was the name, but nonetheless.
If we go back over to Varroom's game here, he's looking happy. He just snuck the kill in. He was able to get that early evolution and do that 80 damage to the front line. Magneton. Lost my train of thought there.
Yeah, but
that might even be game.
Oricorio could swing though.
Oricorio can swing
this time. But he does have Varroom does have the cape, so the Oricorio can't even take it down in 2 hits. There's no red or
there is a Guzma, I think, in yeah, there's a Guzma. No, I forget his name. In Eddie's list.
In Eddie's list, that is
So
that's true.
That's one way of putting it. But then there's the Indeedee heal. It's just rough. It's rough for Oricorio in this spot, especially when you see the Greninja like lurking. Like I will knock you out eventually. You just gotta wait for it.
They did kind of recover there. At least they've got the Magnemite back on the field and another Oricorio. The Lightning Energy at the beginning here also kind of helping them out. At least Oricorio can attack this turn.
If there's a Cyrus, then it's basically wraps because they snipe the Magnemite and then next turn bring in Greninja for the sweep.
Oh,
Let's see where this goes. If it goes for Magnemite, there's definitely a Cyrus. If he's thinking about it, I don't think there's a Cyrus. Yeah, I would assume there's no Cyrus due to the way he played it out.
Irida happen.
Yeah, there's an Irida. Hovering over Irida here.
Do we want to Irida this early? I suppose it doesn't hurt, right? Just keeps everything out of kill range.
Yeah, and also his opponent's on Mars. So like it ups the chances of finding a Cyrus if they were to send you down to 2 maybe? I don't know. Again, I don't know the hand size. We could kind of like when it spans out like that, it's like it's around 5 cards. Couldn't tell what was in there though.
All right, we do see a Magneton come out at least, but if we have a Cyrus down there, it's goodbye, Riss. Mars happens. That's
no
good.
Mars.
Oh, there we go. That was a big Mars. I didn't see a Cyrus there. Okay, we give him another Candy Ninja. So we
but again,
now
this Oracoro's taking forever to knock it.
Yeah.
Granted, it is in range for Magnazone to kill it if it comes down to that.
We'll see the
retreating here.
They do have to manually retreat though, so they're gonna lose this energy.
but it works out in the sense that the Magnazone, even if they have it, can only swing for 110 max. So the Greninja survives that attack. So I can see why they're being aggressive here. They only got their opponent only has 2 cards in hand. Eddie only has 2 cards in hand. Thus, he's forced to find Magnazone ASAP. And even then, he still Varun would still have the time to build up a second attacker before there's any like loss, right?
Rim also sitting now at 2 prize points, so he's almost the next kill gets it essentially for him.
Yeah, and he's a Cyrus away from winning automatically through that Oricorio in the back.
That's true.
And there's no way for him to lose a point here outside of exactly Magnazone Cyrus, and that's not even like a losing position for him.
No, you're right. He can come right back in. Maybe if he Magnazones the active Greninja here, it doesn't look like he even has it, unfortunately.
Nope.
There you go.
That's... No, I think he's celebrating.
He's celebrating already.
Full screen, but yeah, he's fist pumping like, we got this.
Guzma going out this turn, but I don't think it's going to matter. We'll see the Giratina. Bellow. Well, at least we got to see Giratina. It didn't really do much, but here it is. They also chose to put that electric energy on the Giratina. Kind of interesting. I would maybe put that on the Oricorio.
I guess it allows them to retreat if necessary, but again,
that's true.
The room already has 2 points and everything in the bench. What are you retreating to? I guess I don't know. Yeah, no. Actually, no. Now that you mentioned it, the energy on the front is odd because that means Magnazone. If he were to draw Magnazone, actually no, it didn't matter. It really did not matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think at this point it doesn't matter, right?
He wouldn't be able to retreat and attack no matter how he put that wherever he put that energy. There was no option for him.
We'll see the ping and attack. Again, the second Varum finds Osiris, it's over.
Yeah, minor detail. He put the energy on the Suicune that was already damaged, just so that his opponent can like stall with Osiris. Like if he went like energy on the, like let's say he's Cyrus right now, brought out the Suicune, he's able to put the energy and back out. If like let's say he finds the Cyrus to knock out Oricorio, because otherwise it would have given him the line where he goes. Cyrus is out to hurt Suicune, backs out into Oricorio, and that buys him like another few turns because there's no play.
Without a cape, that's game over. That is 120 damage, I think, right?
Yep, on the Suicune. With Suicune, yep. Didn't even need the Cyrus at the end.
Congrats to Vroom, moving on.
He's counting.
Yeah, I would be. I'd be. All right. Still a decent play from Eddie. I just kind of rough starts there. That first game where he drew 4 Psychic Energies in a row or 5 Psychic Energies in a row, something crazy. Definitely didn't help.
And then in this game, I started yapping about. I even forgot what I was yapping about. I think updating the bracket, and when we look back, it was already. It was like, what was going on? Full board.
It was too late. Yeah, I think what happened there. Go ahead.
If you jump back to the chat we're already in, there's already the games going right now between Nebulous and Mon Brown in top 8.
Okay, let's go do that.
But what were you saying, my bad? I cut you off completely.
I'm gonna brain fart and forget what I was saying. I think it was just about how great that win was, we'll say. I don't know. I can't remember what I was talking about. That's all right. No biggie. Wasn't anything important. Let's hop into... Who did we want to see? Nebulous then? Or who were we thinking?
Yeah, we're in the chat that we're in right now.
Oh, we can stay here.
In Discord. If we stay here, it's Nebulous versus Mont Brown.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And it looks like the game just started here.
And it's 1-1, and they just started game 3, apparently.
Okay. Perfect. Let's pull that up here. Give me a sec, chat. Boo, boo, boo.
Both players started with Suicune, except we're looking at it from Mont Brown's point of view. They already have a Greninja lined up. Whether they do it or not, we don't know. Because if I'm not mistaken, Mont Brown was the one on double EX Greninja, but their hand has the non-EX, right? Am I tripping? Excuse me. Yeah, no. They have the double Greninja EX. Their hand doesn't have it though, but Wolf got hit with the Mars early, leaving them with a research, back to the Greninja, and a Suicune. That's it. This matchup is interesting because the Suicune mirror, you can't commit too much to the board, because then you make Suicune too strong. But then the second you try to play that way and you see an energy go on the Froakie, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how this one ends up going.
Exactly.
So far, they're both playing the standard play where they're building up their Suicune, but none of them wants to commit too much.
I think they're both playing similar. Is it the exact same deck list here? Looks like it is.
No, one is playing double Greninja EX, the other one's playing.
Oh, you're right. Double Ping Greninja
double
and one.
non-EX.
Yeah, that's the difference. These
And then the Frogadiers are also different, but that's not going to come into play too much.
Oh, you're right.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, at least I got them lined up here. It's kind of eye-crossing once you're loading up Greninja deck, Greninja deck, Greninja
Yeah,
deck.
they
And
kind
I'm
of
like,
look the
which
same.
one is which? Who's who?
But you see here, they actually committed 2 Froakies to the bench, which is interesting. Actually, I think it's more interesting that they committed to the Indeedee here. Because yes, Indeedee heals 20 and does a little bit more, but then puts you low-key in range of getting knocked out here. Unless they have like maybe a Cyrus to snipe one of the Froakies. No Cyrus because they're going research. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I would have put down the Indeedee here. Because now maybe they have Cape. They're not irritating because they literally just use research. Like all your opponent needs to do is put a Pokemon on the bench. They get the knockout on. Yeah, no. Indeedee was my personal opinion, not the player. Which leaves shows that although Suicune Greninja is annoying how much there is in the format, there is it's not like, oh, just because you're playing Suicune Greninja you're gonna be a
Automatic
champ
win.
like Nabrix.
Yeah, exactly. We saw how hard Nabrix had to navigate to win that game against the Venusaur. I mean, that was I thought it was over 6 ways to Sunday, and he was able to navigate that win with the Mars. And I mean, it's just something that comes with experience in really knowing the ins and outs of your deck. Is like, hey, when do I use this Mars? Do I throw the Mars just because it's in my hand? And I think a lot of players kind of make that mistake, myself included. Just because the card's in your hand, just because you can make the play, doesn't mean you always should make the play.
Yeah, and right now, Nebulous is basically was surrendered all control of the game to Mount Brown because Mount Brown's gonna get the knockout here, and there's no backup ready for counterplay. And the way that could have been avoided is if he wouldn't have put down the Indeedee, yes, he would have had 20 less HP. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm miscalculating where it didn't matter. I guess it didn't matter in the long run, but you have to be so meticulous with how you set up your bench.
Put those cards
in the
in.
mirror match.
I absolutely agree. Yeah.
Because you have to play around with the numbers to the point where you might not even put a Froakie down early, just so that your Suicune can knock out theirs. Again, you lose if you play that way, you're risking them just putting energy on the Froakie in the back, and you're like, oh, I'm cooked. But here we have Mount Brown winning what it was game 3, I believe. Yep,
that was game 3 for Mount Brown. Congrats to Mount Brown moving
so
on.
Top 4.
Yep. Let's see. So let's take a look at our top 4 then. We do have Mount Brown, Pokepoke, Verum, and Nebulousness. Nothing but Suicune Greninja this week, folks.
Yeah. But speaking of not Suicune Greninja, we got, let me refresh before I give you some old news. Griffin and again Adon. We have Griffin right under us in the chat under. I don't know if we want to jump into that one.
Okay. Yep.
And we'll continue. As you can see, 2 non-Suicune Greninja decks. This is game 3 though, and we're going towards the latter half of it. There's already 2 points for Adonis. So Adon is Adonis. That's his name. Adonis is the name. I don't know what MLAC stands for, but and then we have Griff standing on an Oricorio and a Dream, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking. I don't know what we just jumped into. I don't know how they got to game 3, but
holy moly, what happened here? Look at this board state.
Yeah, we walked into a crime scene, bro.
No kidding.
No, this Griff had to have bricked heavy.
This is do I even bother with the deck list at this point? This is bad.
And the Mars on top is just
looking pretty good.
Well, at least we know Vera was going against the Furfro deck.
Yeah. Oops, sorry, chat. Hold on. Fix that. Wow, wow, wee wow. That is definitely Again, I don't know how we got here, but it wasn't pretty.
Oh, and MLAC stands for MLA Crew. Actually, Adonis was in the chat the whole time. Remember we were looking for him like earlier, I think? I don't know, but
Was
he's
he
there.
here? Oh.
He's right. He's in the chat under us, but...
Guys, if you're
I hope you
watching,
guys
just
not
a heads up
streaming.
for next week, I always try to mention this, but if you can match your Limitless name and your Discord name, it helps me immensely with being able to find games. Or it helps whoever's casting be able to find your games. Just a heads up for the future. Is there a world where we, like, have a window here? I don't think we do, right? Two
not
prize
really, 'cause
points,
again,
so that means they took
Furfros
what?
outpace. These Furfros outpace. Both Magnazones are gone. Basically.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying.
wait,
You have
'cause-
no
yeah, it's a
kill.
Magnazone deck, right?
Yeah. I think, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, both Magnazones are gone. Because that's the only other
Both
basic they
Magnazones.
have is 2 Magnemites. So,
And
if...
Furfro
outpace the Oracorials at all times.
Yeah. I guess
That's-
that would be
but I
the win
guess-
condition, is if they can somehow kill Furfru, but they can't.
Yeah, because they have all their.
Maybe. Wait, if they take 40
Wait,
here,
hold
they
on.
no, yeah, no. There's no. It's not enough.
Oh, that's ultra game right there, too. Well, that'll be
That
it.
was rough. I don't know
That
how
was-
they got to that position, but it was not looking
Like
fun
you said,
for.
we walked into a crime scene. It was a murder investigation by the time we showed up. All right, let's see if we can get another game pulled up here. Where are we at? Let's take a look at the
I
bracket.
don't know,
here.
because not everybody's streaming their games on Discord, from what I can see.
We might be forced to... What? Who do we got? We got top 4. We can't really see Kagero or Anonymous.
Yeah, not sure where they're at. Takahiro's waiting for the winner of them. And then we have
Mont Brown just won.
let me check the actual pairings here. Yeah, Mom Brown's I think the only person guaranteed for top 4 already.
So how about... So it's Verum and Adonis then.
Oh no, Takahiro's also in top 4. Yeah. The other top 8 match that we could actually look at is Verum and the Adonis. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's...
Adonis is, if you want to look through Adonis POV, he's in the Discord, so we don't have to jump to
Do you want to do that then?
Twitch.
Yeah, let's do that.
Whatever works for you.
Let's
I'm
do
just
that.
talking.
We've seen... yeah, we've seen
Varun's point of view quite a
Varun's
few
a
times.
couple times. So let's check out Adonis.
Yapping, yeah. Whatever works for you, that's what
Yeah,
we'll
no,
do.
I try to like let the guests maybe have their picks here, but I agree. Let's move into... I don't think he's up yet for the game. They
Not
may
sure if
just
you need to
be
mute
about
us,
to start.
So, or is he deafened? Yeah, he's deafened. Never mind.
Give me a sec, guys. I'll get the deck list loaded up. They haven't yet started their game, so as soon as they start, we'll load that up as well.
We've seen Varun's list a few times already, so I guess the list we could point out is, in fact,
I think you're right. At this point, we've probably
Adonis.
seen everybody's list.
yeah, Adonis's list is, in fact, yep. What? There's an X speed. I don't know if that one's actually the X speed might be a tech choice. I don't recall. Actually, no, X speed's part of the deck. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm tripping out, but let me see. What other? Do I have another Furfur open up? No, not yet. No. All right, they're searching, so they're about to start. This
Perfect.
is top 8. Every other. So is top 4 already told to wait once they get
Yeah,
there?
top
or
4 will be
how-
will be. They're holding the top 4 matches for us, and this will be, I guess, the final top 8.
Because right now we have Kagero and Anonymous are 1-1. That's not the game we're watching, but that's the other undecided top 4
Okay.
position,
Okay.
which is
I see what you're saying.
a Greninja, a Suicune Greninja mirror match. So for sure it's gonna be Suicune Greninja.
Yeah, unfortunate,
that
but
side.
hey, it is. It is what it is.
Yep.
Adon
That's
could
gonna be
maybe
more
come
that.
through. Adonis might be able to carry and be the only Mega Altaria player
there's-
then, I guess,
there's-
huh?
Yeah. There's a Magnazone in Takahiro that's already waiting in top 4. So
And then I'm wrong. Okay, yeah. So Altaria is the only non-EX outside. So there's a Magnazone guaranteed in top 4. There's a guaranteed Suicune because it's a mirror match right now in top 8. Yeah. So between these guys is we're gonna see if it's gonna be 3 out of 4 Suicunes.
Yeah. Looks like the game just started here.
Yeah. They're leading with Furfro, keeping the Swablu in hand. One thing that I like about this list that's over the Altaria Greninja one is the fact that they do still play 2 Pokeball on top of the Licia. So
you really get
sometimes
that.
I guess when I lost against Claudia in top 32, and it was games where I literally couldn't see Pokemon. Like I don't think I even evolved into Altaria in our match. So being able to thin out the deck more like this is definitely.
I really enjoyed the addition of Licia. I was at first there was rumors, or I don't know how, obviously the rumors didn't come true, but I was hearing rumors that Ranked was going to only include B series cards. Once they started this B series, it was only going to include B series cards. So I was thinking if you had to set up a deck where you weren't able to play Pokeballs, you're relying on Licias, you're relying on other ways, copycats obviously, to generate cards and get your hand going. I thought that could have been maybe fun, but at the same time, I think people would really complain if you're taking cards away and saying nope, you can't use these cards,
Yeah, although rotation exists in the physical card game, but it's how do you even implement that in Pocket, especially when they're releasing so many cards and then I really don't know how they would implement it, or at what point do they cut it off? Do they just go okay, the first 2 series gone, or whatever?
Yeah.
But as far as the people that were considering or thinking that it was a rumor, it was definitely just I guess then hoping that there was gonna be something completely different, because nothing they were doing led that way, especially when they had just released Deluxe before B. Imagine they gave everybody all the cards oh, here's a reprint set.
Exactly.
By the way. It's what?
Exactly. Here's your unplayable reprints. That's what I was just thinking too. It did make sense for them to take cards away. I think what they need to do, and I think everybody at this point is in agreement. Dean, if you're watching, please, please, please do this. We want more gameplay modes. Give us options where we can either
okay. I was
set
rules. I
rules.
couldn't just blindly vouch what you were saying, but no, I agree.
Hold on.
Let me see what the opinion is. No, yeah. If you're listening, I agree with what Jay's saying. For sure. Some kind of different game mode. Even with for example, which is fun because obviously Dina's not linked directly with TCG the live or whatever. But TCG Live incorporated the Gym Leader Challenge, which was made by a YouTube creator, a former player former competitive player. I think it was Tricky Jim or something. Made his own format, and eventually grew so much that they added it to the actual online client of Pokemon, and it's an official tournament now.
I'd love to see that. And that's something I've kind of suggested at points too, is a solo mode that is a roguelike, where you go through, start off and you just go through Kanto and you're fighting various trainers. You start with kind of a bad deck.
The gym leaders and stuff.
Yeah, starter deck. And then you, every person you beat along the way, you can draft in one of 3 cards. You beat a random trainer, you get the option to draft in 1 of 3 cards to your deck. You can make the change. You don't have to make the change.
That sounds like Slay the Spire stuff.
Yeah, and then work your way up to the Elite Four or whatever, and by then maybe have drafted in better cards, get evolutions, better items, things like that. That's just my thought.
Sure.
Again, Dina, if you're watching, go ahead and steal it. You can steal that thought.
Yeah.
That's a freebie.
For real. All right, and going to the gameplay so far has been pretty standard from both sides. You lead Furfro. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm not surprised. The fact that they have the Altaria already with a helmet, they probably just said I'm just gonna build this up. Let's see what Greninja they found.
Oh,
the EX Greninja. This is really good against Altaria because they don't have healing. So if they're able to set that up, also it one-shots Furfro regardless of the minus. Granted, Suicune's gonna do so as well. And this is looking good for Varoom. From what I'm saying, because this version of Altaria has no direct way of dealing with the threats. Granted, Cape kind of messes all that up as well, but
yeah, as I say, the Suicune now, how do you get around this? You're gonna have to 2-shot it, but then your Mega Altaria is dead the following turn. Mars going out.
No way of reaching the bench. They would have to go Elekid. They have to waste a turn on Elekid to then eventually Cyrus if possible. There's just too many moving parts for a situation like this one where your opponent has everything going for them.
We're going for it.
Yeah. But to that I respond like, what is it really?
Yeah.
What is the it they're going for? Because right now they're gonna swing for max. Okay, they're deciding to go for 70 damage. If let's just hypothetically say they have Irida, they heal 60 of that 70, and you did absolutely nothing, and you get hit for 80 minimum. Another Frogadiers coming, so yeah, if they get hit for 80 here, they're in a spot where if all they have to do is draw the non-EX Greninja, and this Altaria is cooked.
Yeah, and the Greninja EX.
To 110.
The Greninja EX set up on the bench with 1 energy ready to counterattack the following turn. I kind of agree with you. I think we're not looking so hot.
Granted, there's Altaria does always have the back line, the backup line of sleep.
Sleep.
But it does not exist with Greninja EX on the board.
That is true. Another Pokeball, so we're at least getting all of our basics. I don't think we have any more. Nope, that was it.
Yeah, no, they had everything. The tough hand. Like, the only support I saw from their side was the Mars. So that means, like, no draw power, no nothing. Granted, they might have done it in the turn while we were giving, like, gold information to Dino, but...
Yeah, exactly. So I think if we hit the Froakie, it's over. Or not Froakie, I'm sorry, Greninja. If we hit the other Greninja, King Greninja.
And if we don't, it's still, like, it's still tough for it.
There it is.
And there it is, yeah. So that's game 1.
Harum doing excellent today. He's on a roll.
Yeah, he's running clean and he's playing it well too.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's game 1. Let me see how the other matchup was going. Kagero and Anonymous.
For sure.
Kagero got it, so granted it was guaranteed Suicune Greninja, but we got Kagero against a Magnemite deck that's top 4. Yeah, and then the winner of this match goes against Mont Brown, which we've seen a few times already.
Real quickly, I guess while we're loading up this game, we haven't really had a chance. Mena, do you want to go ahead and kind of like introduce yourself to the people that might not know who you are? Guys, this is my co-caster today. It's Mena Steel.
I didn't think I'd get this far. Throwing
Mena, you want to tell them like maybe I don't know, what do? You stream on Twitch, YouTube?
I stream on Twitch. I stream on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok when TikTok's not shutting me down for God knows what.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I multi-stream on every platform that allows me to. I do YouTube video, although YouTube videos more. I feel like my streams are more competitive based. I'm like doing ranked. I got top 100 for the second time last season. I've top 1,000 every season since ranked was a thing. So my streams are usually ranked. Dina's like really trying me on my creativity by shutting down ranked weeks at a time.
Yeah.
And then my YouTube is more based on like for new players. Like basically I put content that if I just started what I wish was up when I first started. So it's like solo battle guys, like how to beat the solo battles.
There you go.
Is mostly what I post, but there's also deck profiles on decks that, although again, it's the deck profiles. It's just one of those things where like, bro, Pocket Math is such a beast, dude. Like, there's bro. I don't know how this man does it. I wish I could pump out content the way he does. Like,
he does. So yeah. A quick shout out, I guess, on that note. Maybe we can lead into it.
Yeah, if y'all want to check it out, I'm gonna steal on everything.
Yeah, for sure. Again, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Menace Steel, guys, he's joining me this week. We're Top Cut. I didn't
think this part too. Honestly, you put me on
That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Again, Menace Steel joining me for Top Cut this week. Yeah, dude, I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you. I saw like once he reached out to me and I joined the chats, I saw that it was you that brought up like, oh, we could ask Mena. So thank everybody involved for putting me here to talk to y'all in general.
Hey, I'm gonna say I had the idea. That was like you were the first person that I thought of. Once I was like, we gotta come up with a caster. I was thinking, oh, let's go for Mena. Of course. Again, Mena, one of the best players in the world. Go check him out. Twitch, YouTube. Go give him a follow. Go drop a like. Go drop a sub. All that good stuff. Go drop in on his live streams because they're a lot of fun. And it's always high octane content. I
do stream late as hell. That's another thing.
Yeah, you are another late night streamer like me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like, if you haven't seen me, it's probably because you go to sleep at a decent time. So, congrats on your healthy lifestyle. If you're struggling, I'll be up there. I'll be up.
There you go. If you're ever up for a little late night pocket action, you go check out Mena. All right, moving into game 2 here, right? Game 2 for Adonis. He is going to need to stay alive this game. We're going to do that 10 damage to Suicune, but we're going to die the following turn. Is this going to matter? I guess if we Irida out of this...
If there's no healing, it definitely matters.
Yeah. So Irida and Indeedee. We're trying to dodge the Irida and the Indeedee. If we can do that, we have a shot.
And then we still have to find another basic, but because right now, if they knock out Chingling, it goes down to 120, but we're capped out at 130. The good thing, however, if he goes for the Chingling knockout and we do find the third basic, and by we I mean Adonis, there's no follow-up attack from Varoom, and that's like basically the window of opportunity you need. I'm assuming Varoom's here thinking like, if I don't have the heals, it's better if I just like chill. Like, don't run into this, like, wait a turn. But, let's see here. Research, okay. I wonder if there was something else he was considering. Because obviously we don't have his POV, and if we did, he still doesn't show his hand, so we'd be like... He did draw the basic, though, so good call on Varoom to not do nothing. Sometimes the best play is no play, I guess.
Yeah, that is very true. I mean, you attack into it, you're going to put yourself in that kill range. Now, I guess, we did draw that basic, which is what we needed, I guess, sort of. I don't know. Do you go... They committed the energy. I don't know why we did that.
I wouldn't retreat. No, the energy makes sense. I would put the energy as well. Because it's not... You're not going to commit and make the Suicune any stronger. At least that's not... you sort of could, though. Like, it doesn't affect you. Like, the whole point of Chingling is to delay and eventually come in for the knockout, but...
I guess I see that. I don't know. My thought was maybe going with the Furfrou and put the Suicune down into kill range as fast as possible, but I guess...
No, it's that realistically, if he doesn't have the heal again, this already puts it in kill range.
You're right.
What you can't do was not swing with Chingling. Like,
not swing with Chingling would be a misplay because you open the gates to having a potential Greninja, and once they set up Greninja, it's like downhill from there real fast.
There's the Irida.
There's the Irida, so it's almost like for all for naught. And Varoom's patience paid off, assuming that he didn't have it already. Because he went for research. Maybe that was what he was playing. That he already had the Irida, and he was thinking, "Oh, should I heal now or should I just wait a turn?" It doesn't really change the outcome, so I get it. Nonetheless, we find ourselves again in a tough spot for Adonis here.
Yeah. So what are we thinking here? Do we load the bench? We've got a helmet at least. Helmet makes it so they can't really attack back. That's kind of a decent play, I guess. But then if we end up seeing a Greninja here...
He's gonna put the... Nah, that's a
losing play, unfortunately. Like, well, there's no winning play, to be honest, but...
No.
That's not it either, because...
You're right. You're loading up the board and you're just going to do more damage to yourself.
Yeah, like, I guess now you force him to... This Suicune can't attack without going down. So I can see that.
The same with the other Suicune as well, right? The other Suicune, if it attacks, it puts itself in kill range. I guess the good thing, though, is if they both attack, the Altaria will die, right? Or can they retreat and kill with Furfrou and Elekid?
If they have Greninja EX here, it's also... Yeah.
All right, there we go.
But I don't know how many cards he has in deck, but these... One of Greninja EXs are glued to the Suicune hands.
Bro, what is... No kidding. The one Greninja EX.
They find it every time.
There's no, like, draw potential for it. It's not like there's, like, a Serena to draw your Greninja or anything, even. Not even, like, Maying.
Granted, I'm aware Suicune sees a lot of cards, but... Yeah, now, at this point, it's looking rough.
Looking pretty
rough. The bench is full, so Suicune, I guess... No, it's that they already...
They could Elekid in and take out the bench, right? Or we could sleep play and then save the bench.
No, their saving grace is that bench.
You can't sleep.
The saving grace is that bench being at 10. Like, his next attack comes from a Pokemon that could... If it runs into the helmet, it goes down with you. Granted, they already Pokeball, then we know that they have Indeedee in hand, so it does not matter. But, in theory, his win condition is getting rid of this Suicune. And then
having the other one at only 10 HP, but
You're right. The Indeedee is
you
in hand.
know, nonetheless,
It's just rough. It's just rough. He's gonna go for the elegant play like you mentioned, but
we know he has Indeedee. We have to assume he has Cyrus.
Tough.
tough to see. Tough to see. Yeah.
Again, Varum he's on a streak today. Our boy is cooking.
Yeah. If you go down the line, oh no, he had a few close ones. I was like, is everything 2-0? No, it was 2-1, 2-1, and then it's been 2-0 since. But he's gonna go against Mont Brown in the top 4. So our top 4 matchups are Suicune versus Magnazone, and then we have a Suicune with 2 EXs versus a Suicune with only 1 EX.
Sounds good. All right, well, still, shout out to Adon. That was a great performance nonetheless. Varum, again, also great performance, making it into top 4. All right, let's move on and see.
All these guys have now guaranteed prizing.
Yeah, you're right, absolutely. All these guys are now in the money. They're in the winnings.
Yep.
So we have, what is it then? It's Takahiro, Mont Brown, Kagero, and Varum. That's our top 4. I guess who are we watching first here? Probably Mount Brown and Takahiro. Might make sense since we just watched.
In your point of view, from the way I was looking at it, it's Varum versus Mount Brown.
Varum versus Mount Brown. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see. Varum, Mount Brown.
Yes, so we could go to Takahiro versus Kagero. Kajiro? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Who do we have in Discord still, or streaming, I guess?
Mount Brown is streaming. Again, I don't know this Cosmo guy, and then there's Narumi, but I don't know if they're in turn. Like, I don't know if they're the Froggy X player. Or...
Yeah, who is? I don't know who that is. I guess so. We're stuck going with Mont Brown then, and then Varum. Those are our 2 options. I don't think Kagero or Takahiro are streaming, unfortunately.
I'm gonna jump over to the Narumi stream and see what's going on there, and then I'll
join you up there. Let's see what that is.
Okay.
Oh wait, never mind. Never mind.
Okay, they're just in the just hovering. They're in the endless void of great 3VC. So I guess Mont Brown is the one streaming on Discord.
Okay. Should we just hop above then?
Yeah. Although I'm not one to enforce anything because I'm just what's it called? Invited to talk here. What do we do about like the Kagero and Takahiro that are they like streamers and I just don't know it? Like, are they also on Twitch or YouTube or something? Or maybe
a lot of them
out on their games.
Yeah, I know a lot of them. It's like, if you guys have Twitch channels and stuff like that, I stream your games on Twitch so we can see you on Limitless, and that's how you get people to come to your channel and start to get followers. I mean, I don't have many followers myself, but every follower I've got on Twitch has all been through like doing well in tournaments and having my name broadcast on Limitless.
It helps for sure. I got lucky. I don't know. I got rated by a much larger at the time creator, and then people just stuck, and then just keep going.
I mean, sometimes that's all it takes is a lucky break like that. I don't know if they are waiting for us in top 4 here. Hold on, let me check with the judges.
Takahiro got game 1, so they're not waiting.
I wish we could see that.
It seems like we're going Mont Brown versus Varum. He's waiting for the code or just waiting for the okay.
Varum is. We might have to do that then. Let's just go to.
We're in it. This is.
We'll just stay with Mount Brown then. I was gonna pull up Varum's stream here too on the side and see what he's got going on. I don't think Varum has his Twitch linked with his Limitless. It doesn't pull up his name on.
That might be the play. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
honestly.
I feel sometimes I'll be streaming and people, whether they know I was streaming or not, it's like, do I have to cover my hand now? Let's everybody know, like, oh, this guy's on stream right now. It's like, oh,
yep. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm sure there are malicious people out there that are like, hey, there's money involved. I'm going to do everything I can to get that money. Yeah. You know, they don't care about the honor of the game. So they
sure.
yeah, they'll take advantage of any opportunity they can, which includes going to check and see if people are streaming on Limitless and then try to stream snipe them.
It happens in
Unfortunate
ranked as
but
well too.
yeah, you're right. It happens in rank too. Can't happen with us because we are running the 10-minute delay, so we
Yeah, so
can't
that's
be
why we
stream
show
sniping
hands.
off
That's
us.
why we talk about everything. Yeah.
Exactly. Looks like Vroom's just sitting down at his desk. Might be just a minute here. In fact, I don't know if you need to take a quick break, maybe grab a drink. I might go run and check on my dog real quick. And
Sounds good.
if you want to stay and yap, if you don't need to go anywhere, maybe I'll throw it up on the like the meta screen or something like that. You can take a look at the meta. Let's see.
I'll take you up on that break real quick though. I don't mind.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe go take a break real quick. Go grab a drink. Chat, I'm gonna leave it up on the standings page. I will be right back. All right, chat, I am back. Let's get this game going. It looks like the game actually just started up, so let's pull it up. Good news is I don't have to change the deck list for Verum at all. I've just got to change the deck list for Mont Brown, which I think we already have lined up here too. Question is, I don't remember what it is. There it is. So the difference here, Verum, again, running the 1 EX, and Mont Brown running the double EX. Greninja, excuse me, double EX Greninjas. You see Mont Brown kind of on a back foot here. That Suicune, or not Suicune, excuse me, Indeedee in the front there. Forced to take that damage from the Greninja. Again, not looking so hot for Mont Brown. We may end up sacrificing the Indeedee here. Indeedee we are. Tough play, but that is what had to happen. We had to sacrifice. We'll see if Mont Brown can maybe recover here. Again, Z Verum on a streak today. This boy is hot. So Verum, already ready to go again on this Greninja EX. He's going to be able to either attach that energy on the benched Greninja, or even lay down a Suicune and get a Suicune ready to go for the following turn. Oh, my lordy. Look who's turning 40-40.
I just walked in on...
Yeah, another murder scene here. It is not looking so hot for Mont Brown. Rough start for him. They had to start with the Indeedee out in the active. And Verum, again, the boy is hot tonight. Kid is hot tonight.
That Greninja EX.
Yeah, he's finding him. So he's running the one of, right? Exactly. He's only running the one of, but he's still able to just...
His opponent is actually on 2.
Yeah.
Mont Brown's on 2. But Indeedee start will cook anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Rough start there.
Can't survive that one.
Indeedee, the only card that is unaffected by the Greninja EX shifting stream or whatever it is, the move that lets you retreat out. I gotta pull up the name of that so I know what it is. I think it is shifting stream, right? Shifting stream. Yep.
I'm really bad with those. I just know
remembering the names. I know, right?
Yeah, some of them I don't even read. Like right now, I've played how many
months of Darktina, and I don't know what Dark Rise. I know Bello.
I know Bello, but I couldn't tell you the name of the 2 attacks. You're right. The only one I remember is Guzzlord, Tyrannical Hole.
Yeah, no, somebody overcooked with
somebody
Guzzlord.
cooked with that one. Yes, I don't know how that one slid through the approval process. The Tyrannical Hole. That's funny. Anywho, all right, starting game 2 here
with Froakie. Not ideal, especially going first, but the fact that he already has Candy access is decent.
Yeah, better than what he had last game.
Suicune lead going second, although against a deck against a matchup like this, you probably want to be able to set up Greninja EX instead.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Again, we can't see Varun's side right now, but yeah, right now it's like without any context, just how it started. Varun's ahead. Like if it was like a chess game, you know how I don't know if you've ever seen chess games where it says like the advantage based on like the moves. Like right now, it would be going towards Varun just off of like how they started.
I wish, I don't know, I'm sure there's some way to calculate it and turn it into some sort of like AI plugin, but to have like that percentage, like in poker, or kind of like what you were just saying, where they have like the percentage of, your win percentage here based on what you've drawn. Yeah. That could be cool.
Although if this energy goes on the Greninja, you're about to see Varun drop like every card from his hand, I think.
All right, what do we got? Energy on Greninja.
You're gonna see like Varun have to commit to some kind of damage or something.
All right, we're gonna hold the cape. Neither one of these decks are playing Copycat, so
yeah, not much punish for holding. We'll see how he plays it. Well played by it's somewhere between well played and he had the hand to manipulate the situation here, so only doing 20 damage.
Ouch.
The Mars in his hand is about
Oh.
He's holding the Mars, he's going for research.
Okay.
So I think he's banking on Varun having a brick hand rather than
holding the Mars makes sense, I suppose, because if you wait until they have like a Froakie on the board and then throw the Mars.
Points, yeah.
Yeah.
No Froakie, there's no rush to Mars.
All right, are we going to hold all the cards in our hand here? Don't put anything else on the bench. You're just going to give him extra damage.
I think he's going to... Varun here probably fills his bench. Irida's indeed. He needs Irida and Indeedee and then a full bench, and then there's kind of a line there.
Let's see. Professor going out. He's going to have 6 cards. No Irida, you're right.
I guess it's fine. I think it's fine because he does have the energy to have a follow-up, right? Yeah, there's the full bench. The energy in the back. Yeah, unfortunately for Varun, this Mars is getting snapped immediately put down.
It's looking pretty good right now for Mont Brown, I'd say.
Yep. Looking like we got a game 3 coming.
That's what I'm thinking too, but that's all right. I like that game 3 scenario.
As far as the other matchup, we have Magnazone waiting in the finals. It went to 3 games. So
that's what I'm talking about. I kind of wanted to see a Magnazone in the final.
Well, you got it.
Yeah, well, you got it. There you go. No, I don't know. I feel like even the chat probably agrees. A double Suicune Greninja this late in the season, I don't think anybody wants to really see it. No offense to the Suicune Greninja players. Like, honestly, this game has been pretty hype. Okay, we're going to attack. And what do we do here?
What combination of 4 cards would he even, like... What combination of 4 cards even does anything right now? Maybe double rare candy Greninjas, and it would have to be EX and non-EX.
He's gonna be so far behind, and then there's gonna be a Cyrus, maybe a Mars play. That I don't know.
He would legitimately need. Actually, wait a minute.
He's gonna get first damage into Greninja, but that he has no points.
He out damages the Greninja damage, and this Suicune in the back is swinging for dirt. Like, it's not doing no damage.
It's true. How much are we doing? 80 damage if we put a full bench?
Yeah, so he does need Room does need some kind of healing.
So what if he just sacrifices Greninja and goes for it? That could work, right?
The issue is that if he fills up the bench. Oh, look, okay, so now Varum, I didn't see the Irida. Varum needs a Greninja EX as well. I mean the non-Greninja to somehow he needs the 4 cards that I mentioned needs to be in his.
But even then, that's only 1 point, and he's gonna have. Does he have it? How much damage is it?
Pokeball's not good enough.
But you don't want to put another basic.
Yeah. He almost brought it back somehow, but yeah, it's not.
Oh, there it is. Like it. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Game 3 scenario.
Had he been able to, had that cave went a long way. That cave got the game, but
yeah.
Had he been able to get the knockout there, the Suicune was only dealing 60 because there was no bench. Like, once the Greninja knocks out, that's an open bench side on Mont Brown's as well, and he didn't have the. He would have had to draw on the Froakie, and Irida's so important in this matchup on both sides. Like, it could make or break. Like, right there, one person having Irida and the other one didn't made the difference, at least in that situation. It could have round out and in any ways gone to Mont Brown, but we'll never know, right? It's like,
that's okay. I'm kind of glad we're going into a game 3. Here it is. Game 3, Verum and Mont Brown. Winner of this goes to the finals.
Yep, where Froggy X's Takahiro is waiting with his Magnazone list.
All right, what are we starting with? Frog out front. Verum, what are we starting with? Frog out front.
Frog. And
Frog on Frog.
Varun going first.
You're right. Vroom is going first. So what do you think is better on this deck? Do you think energy advantage is better, or do you think going first is better?
Yeah, I think energy advantage goes a long way.
Yeah.
Mainly because you get to attack first, which is usually like not full control of the board, but like, for example, regardless of what route either player takes, this Mars is very aggressive. But
that's what I was thinking. A little aggressive on the Mars. No.
I guess he's in a position since he already has Cyrus, Rare Candy, and the Greninja in hand.
Why didn't we attack too? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh, the Irida heals it up. But like, this Froakie that's in the lead is kind of cooked anyways, unless. Okay, let's see.
I kind of like that from Mont Brown. He's like, I'm not even going to bother attacking because I know that Indeed's healing it up. Just forget it.
Oof.
This could be bad.
Follow up aggressive. If he bricks here,
Oh.
Suicune, Cyrus. Oof. Wait a minute.
That Mars seems to be a lot stronger than
the other ones, right?
Mars.
We at least got one Greninja on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That
Hold on.
Frogadier. At least
Hold on. This
he's
is
in- yeah,
actually
he's in
kind of
position-
big, though, is it not? Because then we can
This
use
is exactly
this.
the position where this Frogadier is better than the other one.
What the heck? That's so funny. We get to actually see this. We were talking about this earlier.
I
Like,
brought
why
it up
does anybody
hours
use
ago.
this? Yeah, and now we're seeing it. All right, here we go. So if you guys are curious, because it's in Japanese here, you attack, and it is going to retreat you back into the bench for free.
Gives you the draw with Suicune. Granted, if that last card in Varun's hand is the Cyrus.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. What just happened? The line. And if Varun doesn't Varun doesn't know.
There's
oh
a
no, the
Cyrus.
Cyrus. Oh!
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, Mom
Back
Brown,
to back. It
the
was
roller
back to
coaster
back.
that this man is in, the roller coaster that's been going on right now, of both sides are probably like, oh, I almost got it. Oh, they ran away. Unless Varun already had the Cyrus and he was calm, cool, collected the whole time. But for sure, Mom Brown has had a roller coaster of, okay, I marsed them, I have the setup perfect. They marsed them back. Oh no. Oh, I still drew what I needed perfect. And
In my fanfic,
Oh
that
my
Cyrus was a
Lord.
top deck.
we could ask him. I could ask him afterwards.
Yeah. Was that a top deck Cyrus? That's funny. Insane play. Mont Brown really going to be hurting after that one, but we did get a Pokeball, so we are going to be looking at a potential Frog or an Indeedee. Might be too little too late.
Would be a lot worse. Yeah, this Greninja swing. I mean, the Suicune's only swinging for 60 damage. This is a board state where Greninja solos the Suicune matchup at this point.
Yep.
Like when it's Greninja EX, not the non-EX one versus Suicune's, we just win. Well, guaranteed Frog now because of the Indeedee.
Oh no,
he's calling it. That was probably the most intense game we've seen up to this point. Like
for how quick it was, that was insane.
Yeah,
that was just back to back.
It was turn after turn. Like if we had that bar we were talking about with the probabilities, it went from like 80-20, like 60-40, constant, like back and forth the entire time.
Like, every turn was just flipping from one to the other.
Insane.
That is insane.
Shout out to Vroom.
Now.
Yeah, Vroom moving on. Mont Brown, excellent performance though. That was, again, you gave us probably the best highlight of the day so far, I would say.
And the Suicune play that had like the most different. Granted, their difference is that they're playing two Froggy X and they're playing this Frogadier.
But that's definitely the most variety we've seen out of all the list.
Yeah. Well played. All right, I guess we're moving into our finals now, right?
Yep, which is, I guess we just watched off of Varun's stream, or is there anything about like...
Yeah, let's do Varun stream. That works. I think he earned it, right? Let's pull it up. Hold up, 1 second.
He's actually streaming, so it's not like we could go the other angle if we wanted to. They're gonna say it's because of me, bro. They're gonna say it's like, oh man, I was commentating and Varun was on half the time. It's crazy.
Bro, I'm telling you that you have like some sort of power here when you commentate. It's like you got the caster curse. Sometimes it's the caster luck, I guess.
Maybe I blessed him. I don't know. Let's see how far it goes. He did really good though.
The caster blessing, I guess. Yeah, you're right. He did do excellent. Regardless of our imaginary luck that we're projecting here, the players did excellent this week. Dude, I'm stoked you're here too. It's been a fun week. Been a crazy turnout.
I genuinely wish I would have been able to be the full weekend, but
that's all right. I mean, you're here today.
It is what
honestly, Top Cut's probably a little more fun than Swiss Rounds anyway. Swiss Rounds gets a little chaotic sometimes.
Bro,
so.
It's crazy. If you look at Takahiro's route to, if you look at his like, I don't know what you have on the screen, but if you look at his matchups into
pull it up here.
Like today's matchups.
Okay, hold on 1
This
sec.
man.
Give me 1 sec. Let me pull it up before you monologue on it.
No, you'll see. You'll see. I don't even have monologue. As soon as you see it, the monologue's over.
I'm gonna pull it up for chat. Hold on. Where's chat?
Yeah,
chat.
for sure.
All right, we got it on the deck, or no, the matches screen for Takahiro. Let's see, what did he go through today? Bro, he went through the gauntlet. He went through the Suicune Ninja Gauntlet. How many is that?
That's probably what he built his deck for.
1, 2,
But-
3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna be 7 in top cut alone. Oops, I'm covering my face. Sorry, everybody. Top cut alone, he went through 7.
No, top cut he's gone through 5. Because
No,
one was
5.
a
I'm sorry, you're right.
And
I
the 6th one is the room now.
Yeah. You're right. I did my maths wrong. Swiss cut, day 1. That would have been the 7th one. Either way, he's gone through 7. So 7 total. You're right. 5 so far in top cut. Gonna be 6 here with Varoom, which is absolutely crazy. 7 Suicune Greninjas. He's only lost 1. The other loss he has is against the Magnazone Absol.
Yep.
Who did he
And
beat?
funny enough, the one he lost to in Swiss, he beat him in top cut. And he beat Doug Z, which is another top 100 player, like constantly top 100. We saw Itachi play earlier, a good player.
If we look to, he
Coco is
lost.
A name that I recognize, but
I was gonna say he lost to Darkus, right, in Swiss, and then we see him in top 64 come back with the rematch and take the dub in the rematch. So he's knocking him out. This is gonna be a good one. I'm excited for this. I'm glad that it's some variation, some Suicune Greninja, and then the Magnazone Oricorio. Like if we're gonna watch Suicune Greninja, I'm kind of glad that the counter is Magnazone Oricorio. Let's have it be like ultimate grudge match here. Not that these players have any grudge against each other or anything like that, but all right, are we in it? Oh, my bad. Let's pull up the game here. My bad.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll catch you up. Varoom went first, double Froakie start. Takahiro started with Oricorio in the lead. They just Pokeball for the Magnemite. They double cape immediately. I guess playing around, or they could be playing towards a copycat here. There it is. Yep. When you see cards being made, like that, it's definitely that they're trying to copycat. Let's see here. Again, Varoom's list, we've been seeing it all day, but we still gotta look at it. All right. Drew the Suicune.
Just a sec, chat. I'm finishing pulling up the list right now.
Candy, does he have the non-EX Greninja? He does. Okay, so honestly, in the driver's seat, granted, he is going to take a hit from Oricorio here because he does not have energy advantage. But regardless, he needed the extra turn of the 20 damage. So what Takahiro would need here is definitely the PCL.
All right, so deck lists have been loaded for everybody at home. We do see that Greninja up and ready. Where are we pinging, you said?
If he pings lead, it's setting up so that next turn you can knock it out. Because right now he doesn't have an answer.
Damage.
Like,
yeah.
He doesn't have the energy. Like he went first, so he's behind on energy.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Regardless, he wasn't going to be able to knock it out this turn. Regardless, so it comes down to, does Takahiro have the PCL in hand? Another thing that could be a pain is if he has Magneton, because then he sets up Magnazone. Like, yeah, you get rid of the Oricorio, but there's a Magnazone waiting for you. Like, so
that might be the case here.
Yeah.
We do see.
Clearly, Varoom was.
And the PCL. Okay, so it couldn't have gone any worse.
Okay. Yeah. From Varoom's side, he's gonna need maybe.
That I don't know if I like that. That's such a scary window for Takahiro to like. Oh, your only chance of surviving is to pull that PCL, and a cape. I don't know. It just seems like there was a lot of work involved there for that Oricorio to live, and I don't know. Something feels like it could change on the Magnazone deck. Maybe more heals of some sort. I don't know if we could slot an Indeedee into this deck and kind of get continual heals.
They've opted for more consistency but back, like, I remember Shigu's list for Magnazone, like at the end and the final days of ranks of the last season for B1, he was on double PCL. Like, he cut down a cape for double PCL. Like, he definitely thought like healing was the way.
I almost wonder if that might be the case here as well, but you need the cape too. I don't know. Tough call. Everything in this deck at this point is valuable, and it just is like, I don't know. The window there was so small that he managed to survive. However, now look at, he kind of forced Varoom to retreat, and we're not going to be able to attack either. That was actually a huge turn right there, being able to hit that PCL and cape.
There's a candy, so there's maybe another Greninja coming
That is
at
true.
some point. Research, so no Cyrus, so at least the Greninja survives another turn. That's huge. Because that would have been, like, not a nail on the coffin, but, like, insult to injury would have been... Oh, by the way, let me get that Greninja real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's still the out. That's still the out to Ori.
Yeah. Does look like we're going to get the Magnazone.
Yeah, although, yeah, it's basically because Varun did kind of telegraph that his out here was to go into the Suicune and drag it out, but red card. Let's see what the hand was. It was double Cyrus, Irida. So he did have the Irida. Varun covering his hand here, respectively, like understandably so. Again, he's not afraid of us because we're in a delay again. There's a 10-minute delay.
Yes.
By the time you see this, we might already know who like won the tournament. But
yeah, exactly.
But he is streaming live as is basically no delay. So his opponent could easily be. And again, we're not saying that his opponent is that type of player. It's just
it's a possibility in these type of tournaments. Yeah, exactly.
Some
people do
the
take
difference
any
between who wins here is what I gotta look back at the price. I think like $70, something like that.
A decent amount of money.
Double it. If you win, you're doubling the price. They're still guaranteed pricing as where they're at right now, which is still a good day at the office, really. But we're talking about doubling the price difference. So anything you could do to avoid giving your opponent an advantage is understandable.
All right, Verum in a tough spot here. He's considering putting that energy on the Froakie. He does do it, goes through with it. I think he had to. No attack coming from Suicune. That means we're sacking it. Ending the turn.
The only issue is that at any moment from here on out, Cyrus cooks him. Like, actually, there's a line. There's a line where if he goes... Again, no Cyrus here. Not that you would do it, but right now, if he does have Greninja EX in hand, there's a line where you go... once he knocks out Suicune, you put up the Greninja, heal it to 90, so it's no longer in range for the Oricorios. And then you bring out with the ability, you bring out the Greninja EX. But he needs we saw that he drew candy. He needs to have the Greninja EX. Let's see. It hasn't abandoned him yet. He's had it.
Yep. He has options here for either one, but presumably he's going for EX. We know he has the candy. One card left in Takahiro's deck. Not good.
So
that means we know he's got the Cyrus then, right?
Yep. Okay, he's going for rare candy. Which one is it? Okay, yeah.
King Ninja.
We saw him draw that one.
This is just
a tough spot. You know Cyrus is coming.
Yeah. All right, Broom playing to his best here, though. Just in a rough spot. Let's see what he can do here. Gonna open up a little chip damage on the bench.
Irida? Does Irida matter? No, right?
110.
Unless he's gonna, I guess he's gonna retreat and Irida and Indeedee.
Is there a cape anywhere in this?
No, I don't understand that. Maybe yeah, no, that really doesn't make sense because with the weakness, did he already use Cyrus? Okay, no, I was like, I'm pretty sure.
No, I was gonna say Cyrus was coming.
There's he had to hard retreat into Indeedee. Hard read into Indeedee. Oh wait, but yeah, that's point number 3. Okay.
Oh, that's game. Dang.
That's just game 1. That's game 1.
All right, let's load up game 2 here. Game 1 going to Takahiro. Well, chat was complaining about Suicune Greninja, so 10 minutes from now, they're going to really like this game.
You know, that's another thing. I've not kept up with chat at all. It's like y'all
it's hard.
I don't know. You look at you.
It's hard. It's hard. It's harder than you think it is, right? Like there's just more stuff happening than you think it would be. And I don't know. I don't know if you've ever casted a tournament.
No. And I've never streamed with a delay either. So I've been used to just like I constantly interact with them, knowing that whatever I'm saying they won't hear for a while. I'm like,
I know you just kind of It's bad to say, but it puts you in a bad habit. You're just like, whatever. I'm just not gonna check chat, and then you kind of forget. You're like, oh crap, I forgot. It's it's sometimes disheartening when you go back and you check chat and everybody's asking you questions and all this stuff and you're like, oh, sorry, you know.
Well, hopefully I indirectly answered them throughout.
Yeah, exactly.
Just by talking about the game, hopefully.
Dude.
Okay, so same start as last game. I don't know who's going first or second. I missed the coin flip.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so this time he's going second, so he got the energy advantage, which would make the same start he had last game, a lot stronger. Let's see here.
Red card. Oop, that's
Immediate red card.
we got
And
the candy.
Room had candy with the Greninja, and double research I think it was, but it doesn't matter now. It's 3 random cards. That Greninja loves this man. We got Froakie.
Did we get the candy though?
Instant
I didn't see
Froakie's
candy on the.
I did not see candy, but he was covering his hands, so we don't know. The only card we were able to see is what he drew for turn because he hid the
Okay.
the Clement. So there's the Magnetons for Takahiro. That card is so insane. When they announced that card, like when it was in the trailer, I'm like, it doesn't matter what the new Magnazones does. All right,
Yep.
Magneton, like that, the new whatever they include is so irrelevant. Being able to search the GA Magneton is just insane.
Absolutely insane.
Not to mention that they added a searchable Magnemite that swings for enough to knock out Chinglings and other baby Pokemon.
I was
And
under.
the Magnezone that says coin flip.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say I was surprised by the fact that they gave us.
Did you
a
see those draws
Magnezone.
off of research?
Uh-oh, what was it? Good?
The
Good?
only issue.
But wait, I just realized the only issue. It was good. It was Greninja, non-EX, and Candy. The only issue is that he had to research, so he can't Cyrus.
That he already had it, he could be able to Cyrus in the Magnezone in the back before it evolved.
Ooh.
He's still going for it though. Wonder
Okay.
he's gonna go. Okay, he's gonna put the non-EX in the bench. I could see that. I could see both lines actually, especially since what's this called? The Magnezone he's playing cannot knock us out. So okay, I think he's in the driver. In my personal opinion, he's in a really really good spot here.
I think you're
Because
right.
we already know.
We already played red card too.
Yeah, he already played red card, and we saw him draw the EX. We know it's chilling in his hand.
And Takahiro's hand is what? 5 cards? Going to 6?
We know he has a Magneton that he searched off Clement. We don't know the rest, so.
Ooh. But he's gonna have
Second
both the
Magnezone.
Magnetons next turn. So next turn he's gonna have that
Copycat from 4 to
That's
whatever
not good.
Room has.
2.
To 2.
That's
4 to
ugly.
2.
Desperation play here. We might be moving into a game 3 scenario real quick, folks.
Ori, so this one last card. What is it? That was a desperation copy. That was insane.
Yeah, that was pretty ugly. We're down to, 1 card in Takahiro's hand.
What could it be? Because
Doesn't look like it's a Magnazone, that's for sure.
clearly he was using Copycat to try to find it. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get the Volt Charge.
Volt Charge,
'cause
okay.
We have to. We're running out of time. Still haven't attached yet either. Oh boy.
Backing out.
Well, what you don't know, you don't
What up?
know. We've got a Cyrus and another frog sitting in hand with an Indeedee as well. So I think Varoom looking pretty good this game.
Yeah, we're going to game 3. Going to game 3 for sure.
This is his second point also, right? He already
Yep.
knocked out the first Oricorio.
Yep. And
That,
then
that research went bananas. that research.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because now the next turn, no matter what he puts, whether it's a Magneton or the Oricorio with a cape, he gets
You're
to
right.
knock it out with
you're right.
a ping and a swing.
Ping and a swing. I forgot the
Not to mention he has a 100. Yeah, he has 100.
The
He
hun-
could swing for
yeah.
100 as well on
the EX is coming in next turn as well. Yeah, gonna get crazy. Congrats to Varoom on game 2.
Yeah.
We'll let it play out, however.
Yeah, well, yep, there it is. It all comes down to this final game. You wanted game 3. You wanted Magnezone in
There
the
it is.
finals. I'm not against my boy being in the finals either. So it's just,
Right? Bro, it doesn't
It's
get
all
any
going-
more hype than this now.
Yes,
There he is.
They're gonna call it scripted, bro.
We got him on screen.
He doesn't chat.
You got him on screen. He's stoked. He's over here stoked about it. I would be too. I mean, he's in the finals. Like you said, both these players are walking away with some cake, regardless. Both of them are walking away with some cash.
This would be
So
his second tournament win of the week. Granted, this is a much larger tournament. Not like
This is his first.
But-
Okay, first Pocket Mats. I was gonna say, is he coming after Nabrix?
It would be his first Pocket Mats win, yeah, but he's
Dude, two
definitely
tourney
been
wins in a
topping-
week though. This guy's on fire.
Yeah, it's the no ranked effect. They gotta get out there.
Yeah, honestly, the no ranked effect.
They gotta
But
get
hey-
their win somehow. They gotta.
That kind of works for us because, again, it brings people into these tournaments, which I'm all about. You know, if anything, it gives us an opportunity. Give us an opportunity for us to cast together, which I'm stoked. This has been a fun weekend.
For real.
These games have turned into some excellent games here. This has turned into a really fun final. Here we go, I guess. Game 3
He's going
starting
second
off.
again. Okay, game 3, he opened Froakie once again,
Wow.
but this time going second again. So game 1, so far whoever's gone second has won. Will it stay that way? Who knows? But
I will say,
Pokemon's
Talking Hero's
in rotation.
hand is looking a lot better as far as like a opening start. If he can find those Magnazone,
yes and no, right?
next
Because
to
the
him.
Magneton, if he finds Rare Candy Greninja, like non-EX, this Magnemite, like this Magnemite, whether it evolves or not, is in danger of getting knocked out the very next turn.
All right, I'm thinking.
It goes back to what you said earlier about like what's a good start with the Magnazone deck when you're not playing Chingling or anything like that. Everything feels kind of awkward, especially going first. Although going first obviously allows you to go into the Magneton earlier and all that. Oof, and he got the double Magneton.
Big Clement too. Had to hit the Clement pose. Chad will enjoy that 5 minutes or 10 minutes from now. All right, so we do get the Magneton, but both of them too, no less.
Yeah, because Clement gets
Yeah,
both of them.
exactly. I forgot about that. And we don't know what he's drawing. This could be big. Game-winning red card, tournament-winning red card. Okay, we've got an Indeedee, a Pokeball. Uh-oh. That's definitely not the hand he had, that's for sure.
Yeah. Double Pokeball.
Oh, boy. Well,
there's no guarantee that there's a Magnazone in your opponent's deck. I mean, hand. There's only
that's
two
what I
cards
was
left.
just thinking, too, is there's no guarantee we have Magnazones waiting for us.
Retreating to Suicune, that makes perfect sense. No
Sabrina
Sabrina.
on Takahiro's side.
Yeah.
Takahiro? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
There's only a Cyrus. So playing. Okay, so there's a Froggy X somewhere. There's Cyrus. Does he have the Magnazone? Pokeball. So all his Pokemon are out.
Okay, Volt Charge. I'm gonna see right here. Does he have... Nope.
What?
Maybe. Wait, hold on. Maybe. Wait, maybe we do have it and we just are retreating and going big dog.
Going to the healed one?
Oh. We're going big dog.
Okay. Interesting play, though, because I guess this is like the right Magnazone to do that with, but not sure how I feel about that play. I'm not saying it's incorrect. I just don't know. Is there a candy in Maroon's
I don't
hand?
know if there's a candy in EX. There's an EX, I think. No, maybe not.
And then
He needs the candy EX. I don't know if he has any pieces of the puzzle for the EX.
he just drew the non-EX as well.
I did see the non-EX. You're right there. But I didn't quite see if we got any candies when we hit that red card last turn. That red card might have been a tournament-winning red card. That was very rough. It took away that... He had, like, the God Hand, too. He had that start that you were talking about that was going to shut down the Magneton. And that one red card was able to stop it, so... Again, the stall here is not telling me good things.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have the play. What he's going for is... Okay, so he committed to the Froakie in the back. Past turn, what did Suicune draw? Suicune draws rare candy. Okay, so there's a line. There's a line here.
All right, what do
the
we
good
got?
thing also is that his bench is safe until it isn't, right?
That is true. There is no way to really like open up damage on the bench or like you said, no Sabrina either, so. Cape going out on the active Magnazone. We're going big dog.
Not sure how many cards are left in Vroom's deck, but he does have guaranteed Greninja next turn. This turn, I mean. Draws into. Okay. So he's guaranteed both Greninjas, like at some point, like in. Oof. And there's only one card in Takahiro's hand. The line is there. Whether he gets to it or not is different. It's a different story, but it exists. There's a line.
So I guess if Takahiro has Cyrus, though, it's Cyrus Goodbyrus, I think.
Not necessarily, maybe, because it swings for 110, leaves him at 60. Oof, there's a Suicune. No, never mind. No, there's no.
Oh wait, we have energy. Okay, hold on. We have a play to bounce around.
Yeah,
so
he manipulated the situation where he put all the energy. He basically banked on finding this rare candy on the end of the turn, which he did. So.
All right, here we go.
So this Magnazone would swing for 110, leaving him at 60. So he would need Irida and Ndidi heal. He would need Irida so that Magnazone Cyrus doesn't just close it out. Let's see, does he have...
I don't think, unfortunately, Vroom doesn't have any prize points yet either, right? He's got to get through 3 cards here is going to be the other downside.
Yeah, but once he gets rid of the Magnazones, the Oricorios are annoying, but they can't win.
They'll fall to the Greninja, you're right.
Oof, but he's still in range of this. Yeah, you're not wrong. Cyrus is a win condition for him here. And he's going for more, so that means no Irida, and I guess he didn't see the cape, because he could have put the... Wow, it's going to come down to the wire. This Greninja is in range for a Magneton to win it. Not sure how many cards are left in Takahiro's deck, so I don't know what the percentages are of finding that Cyrus. It's like $80 Cyrus, by the way.
Holy dude, I'm literally speechless watching this battle. This is a good one. Woo, got me breathing all heavy too. There's a candy. Doesn't matter, I guess. Candy's useless. What am I talking about? All right, what do we got?
Don't know how many cards. Don't know how many cards are in this deck.
Ori coming out.
Okay, so he survives. He survives the turn for sure. Look, he's my man's mine. I don't know if you're watching the full stream or just a little.
Yeah, I am. He's stoked. He's
smacking the table, bro.
He's loving it.
He's loving it. He has to have Cyrus in hand, I'm assuming, where he could just drag out the Magneton, and that's
There's Irida.
And now Irida even.
I think that's game.
If he has the Cyrus, it's game over. Because again, like I said, the Oricorios just don't deal enough damage.
Oh, there it is.
Game's over. Game's over because I guess before I guess we got ahead of. Oh no, wait, I forgot. There's Irida. Never mind. The game's the game's chopped.
Irida
makes it work. He's gonna take 70, go down to 20, but then he heals 60 of it.
He got it because he's at 2 prize points now, and then these wait, is there a cape? A second cape that we haven't seen? No, he wasted the cape.
Oh, and he drew the Cyrus.
Yeah.
And he drew a Cyrus, so even if
second
to protect the lead. No, but the
he did.
The Cyrus.
Oh,
he
okay.
Drew,
he drew it.
There's...
He drew it. Okay, I missed it.
I wish we could hype it up, and I would have played along. But no, this is chopped.
Cyrus Goodbyrus. There it is, our boy Vroom taking it home. That's why he was stoked, dude. He was literally like, yeah, smacking that chair. He was all about it.
Even if, like I said, even in the line where he doesn't have the Cyrus to close it out, he had the Irida and Ndidi heal to put both his Pokemon at 80 HP. Well, actually, the Greninja EX would have gone all the way up to 120. And there was just no way to lose at that point.
Wow. All right. Dude.
Well, GG's.
Taking it home.
If I ever had to commentate a victory, I'm glad it was this one.
Bro, seriously. We'll go to the open screen real quick. We'll show him how hyped he is. He is stoked. Grats to Vroom. Excellent games today. Thank you for the gameplay. that goes to everybody. Thank you all the players for casting your games.
Yeah.
Not
sure what the judges went through because I kind of got lost in the in the commentating, but hopefully it was as smooth for them as it was for us just commentating, jumping from game to game.
Yeah.
Went pretty well.
I think it went pretty well today as well. Dude, I'm glad you were able to join us. That was a lot of fun. I think you must have gave Arum the power, right? The luck. What was that about, right?
Yeah, bro. It was Team Rocket the whole time. Wait.
We followed him right to the top.
It was set up.
It was set up. Don't be saying that. No, people in chat's gonna be like, wait a sec. No, it wasn't.
Inside man and Dina.
It was definitely.
He was actually.
Go ahead.
No, Giovanni's the leader of Dina actually, and
yeah,
just grunts.
Yeah, exactly. No, I thought that was definitely ironic, but super funny that he won. Dude, grats to Verum. He deserved it. He's been popping up all over the place lately. Excellent player.
He really has.
And like you said, he won a tournament earlier this week, I believe. So, grats on the double win.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna see him again next
week. Spanish speaking, but again, like Pocket is a game where obviously somebody commentating and telling you what's going on it really works. But trust me, check them out. When it comes to like gameplay, how to play it. Obviously, there's like luck involved. You know, you need the right cards to win certain situations, but you don't win as consistently as he does, or as Mavericks, or all these players that make top cut week after week after week. Like, there's always something to take away from it, and like, that's all I can say really. Like, there's something to learn outside of just throwing every loss to like, oh, I got unlucky. There's something to take away from it, and that's how these people are consistent. And the fact that we're Team Rocket, but we don't talk about that one.
Brother, I didn't even see you had the rocket patch on. That's sick. Oh,
it was hidden. It was hidden. I could let people know that we had a guy in the inside.
Hell yeah!
Trojan horse even.
The Team Rocket takeover this week on Pocket Mads 14. Crimson Christmas. Z Verum taking it. What did he get? What's the prize? I think $150, right?
150. The like I said, the Cyrus from our opponent would have been 70 to 80 bucks. I don't know the fall off. I think second place takes 80. It's a great pricing regardless.
We gotta check this out. Where are we at? Where are we at? Holy moly! He's got the champagne. He's popping the champagne, brother. I love it.
That guy's a character.
I love it. Go give him a follow. You're absolutely right. He absolutely deserves it. That is hilarious. Grats again. Brother's putting on a show. I love it, dude.
Good people there for sure.
Alrighty. Again, we didn't get many chances to kind of introduce ourselves. I'm gonna do it one last time here before we kind of close out the stream. Guys, I was joined this week with Mena of Steel. I'm sure you guys have seen him around. One of the best players in the world. He is all over the place on live streams for competitive pocket play, Twitch and YouTube. And yep, under Mena Steel. I think they're putting your links in chat. So go drop a follow, go drop a sub, all that good stuff. Mena, anything else you want to say before we take off here?
No, I'm really bad at the talking part. But,
dude, you killed it.
Just enjoy. I hope y'all enjoyed something. I heard the original caster, like the guy who's like the daily one, is coming back next week even. So y'all get some regularity. So that's why as soon as I got given the opportunity, I was like, I gotta take it, and I had to show up. So thank you to Pocket Mads. Thank you to you, Jay, for suggesting me in general. Thank y'all for having me. I hope to win one of these eventually. I don't get to play much of them, but it's literally the top. It's like, this is like, if you want to win the tournament to win is this one. So
yes,
like it's where the prize is where all the top players are, and it's just like, bro, I just wish Dina saw these tournaments and it was like, bro, the pocket could be so much bigger than what it is, and that's what these tournaments ultimately show to me. Hopefully somebody higher up gets to see it. You know, I'm just a rocket grunt, so who knows.
I agree with that, dude. I totally agree with that. I really hope that kind of Dina does pop into these tournaments and see, you know, what we're bringing to the community and what the potential is.
Bro, 800 people, and Pocket Mads was in the chat like, I thought this week was gonna be small because it was like a fall off from the big prizing from the week before and all that, and we got, what was it, like almost 900? Like Taco was 100 people. Like it's crazy. There's potential, and not even potential. There's actual value in what we're doing here. So
totally, I agree. There's value. I agree. Again, Pocket Mads carrying the competitive scene. And Mena, I'm glad you were able to join us. I'm glad we were able to like kind of spread it out. We had Nabrix last week, Mena this week. I love spreading the community out. I love the Pocket community, and I'm glad we're all able to kind of branch out and kind of come together, especially for the competitive scene. especially since there's no ranked going on right now. I guess get ready for next week, folks. We're going to have another tournament next week. Mena, I don't know. Are you going to be able to compete next week? We always look out for you. Anytime you're competing, it's like, oh, let's go to Mena's gameplay. Let's watch Mena. So
I'll try, but it's tough. I can't make promises because it's just. I stream Monday through Friday for a reason. Like weekends are rough for me, family man and all that. I don't know how Pocket Mass. That's what I'm saying. Like Pocket Mass is like the goal. Like as a small creator, as I consider myself, seeing what Pocket Mass does and has built and all that is like it's like a not even like a goal. Like if I could do half as much, it's just like I'd be happy, bro. The same thing. Like I got the kid, and it's just like that guy's a beast.
Well, you're part of the team now, regardless. So, either way, again, dude, I'm glad you were able to join us this week. I think we're gonna probably wrap it up here, folks. Let's real quickly, I guess, go over the standings one last time before we end it, just to show folks at home who made it into the top 8. A lot of Suicune Greninja this week. We had Zverum, of course, taking the win. Takahiro going in second place with Magnazone or Ikorio. Moving on down the line here, we had Kagero. Mont Brown taking 4th place. Both players playing Suicune Greninja. Again, going all the way down to, looks like 8th place. We had nothing but Suicune Greninja. And then Adonis sneaking in 8th place, playing in Mega Altaria with the Furfrou. But either way, that's our top 8 this week, guys. Again, Mena, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to close it out here. Pocket Mads, everybody involved, thank you guys so much. You guys for watching, thank you so much for watching. Casters, thank you so much for casting your game. All of that, guys. I will see you all next week. Again, Mena, thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a great weekend. Take it easy. Adios. See ya later.
Hey, bro.